roster. It's his first year, but he is 28 years old, right? As he was drafted in 2022 out of the South Dakota State University Jack Rabbit program. Transferred there, he was very good. Certainly a guy who can move. He's not necessarily someone who's going to take off, but an unknown for an offense that Kirk is going to play a lot of quote-unquote unknowns today, with the exception of Travis Kelce, who is the epitome of known.
That's kind of crazy that he's starting against his former teammate, Kenny Pickett, right? They're both teammates with the Pittsburgh Steelers, so you got that going for you. Oladokun going against, obviously, Kenny Pickett, but you know, this is the final game, final week of the season. 18 weeks of an NFL season comes down to this final game, week 17, 17th game for both teams. Excited for what we're going to see. Somebody's going to make some plays today. I can't wait for it.
Captains meeting at midfield. Raiders captains today with all the players that are out. It's Eichenberg, Laube, Kappa, Polamalu, and A.J. Cole. So very different from the guys who have gone all year long. Geno Smith is inactive today, and you know about Max and Brock.
Good afternoon.
Greg Rolstad, our referee.
I have an NFL coin. The Raider insignia is heads. The NFL shield is tails. Kansas City, you are the visiting team. What is your call? Tails. Called tails. It is heads. Las Vegas, you won the toss. You'd like to defer your choice to the second half. You'd like to receive. Which way you want to kick? Switch places, please.
What's up, DB?
Kansas City will receive the start ball.
Travis Kelce's last game, man.
Nice. So we got Raiders defense getting on the field first. Not the best game last week against Jackson Dart, the Giants, a 34-10 loss. But, you know, the reality for this defense, Kirk, here is we start week 18. 30 points allowed 8 times this year. But they haven't had consecutive, really back-to-back bad games, right?
Yeah.
And last week was a bad game for this defense. You know, maybe today you get some guys you're not used to making some big-time plays today.
Yeah, I think guys just playing free. Hair on fire. These types of games are one in which, look, you play within the scheme of the defense, but you don't worry about making mistakes, right? There's no film tomorrow that you're going to correct and be like, oh, I guess I got to be better the next time. Today, you just play with your hair on fire. Go make some plays. Well, they always say back in the day, get your name in the newspaper today.
Yeah. Which tomorrow will be the online edition.
The online edition, yeah.
Despite the fact that some of our colleagues in our booth with us work for the newspaper. Yeah. Time for the opening kickoff, brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, bark of a fighter, drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Andy Reid, 6 wins at Allegiant Stadium, which is tied for the most all time. It also includes a Super Bowl victory in this building against the 49ers a couple years ago. They will not be in the playoffs for the first time since 2014. He will turn 68 in March. His 13th year as the head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs. Pete Carroll turned 74. Week 2 of this season, when the Chargers came here on Monday Night Football, became the oldest head coach in NFL history. Trying to send the Raiders out with a win and snap a 10-game losing streak. Carlson has it teed up to our 35-yard line to our left. Rashard Smith, the deep man for the Chiefs, along with the rookie Jalen Royals. Carlson right leg into it, end over end, right down the middle of the field. Smith lets it bounce over his shoulder into the end zone, all the way through, and so we'll come out to the 35-yard line for Chris Oladokun, a 7th-round pick of the Steelers, the same year, the 2022, that they drafted Kenny Pickett in the first round. His first career start was last week. He threw for 66 yards. No Isaiah Pacheco today. No Xavier Worthy today. So it is Kareem Hunt and Rashard Smith will be his main tailbacks. No Trey Smith. They're on their 4th and 5th tackles. A lot of different guys on the offensive line here facing this Raiders team, but he does have his Pro Bowl center, Creed Humphrey, snapping in the football. Shotgun. Hands it off to Smith, trying over the right guard, gets a little bit of space. Out to the 39-yard line, picked up 4. And Devin White immediately, who made the tackle in his 2nd in the NFL, Kirk, is racing off the field. His helmet broke. He gets a new helmet, and he's racing back into the huddle.
Yeah, look, I believe it may be one of those situations where his helmet communication didn't work. He's wearing the green dot. He's wore it primarily throughout the season. And so maybe some quick communication of that helmet had to get it switched out.
Raiders never really got pressure last week on Jackson Dart without Max Crosby. Can they get any of that today? Jamal Adams is pointing at Travis Kelce. Toss play, left side. Rashard Smith trying to get outside, has the 40. Jamal Adams set the edge. He and Landon Roberts combined on the tackle at the 41-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 coming up for the Chiefs in this Raiders defense. Lonnie Johnson and Polamalu, your starting safeties. Greedy Vance got a lot of time last week. We've seen a lot of Tonka Hemingway and J.J. Pegues the last couple of weeks as well.
Well, a little interesting here. We've seen Tyree Wilson on those passing downs. Tyree Wilson actually comes out. Charles Snowden now comes in, opposite rusher of Malcolm Kuntz.
It's a five-man front because you got Laulu, Booker, and Hemingway with their hands on the ground as well. Shotgun to Oladokin, three-step drop, looking right. Escapes the pocket that way. Man in his face at the 33, and he's sacked.
Yeah, let's go.
Snowden reading his eyes all the way.
Let's go, Raiders.
Near the Chiefs sideline. That's just his second sack of the year, and it's an early 3-and-out for this Raiders defense.
And the first person who greets him on the sideline is Max Crosby, because an outstanding job by Charles Snowden. He was not going to be fooled. Oladokin was trying to keep his eyes downfield to make a throw. Charles Snowden said, I don't care if you throw it or not. I'm going to get a hit on you. Quarterback holds the football. It turns into a sack.
Matt Ariza to punt it away. They've given him a lot of return yards this year. Alex Bachman standing back deep, stalking the 20-yard line to our left. Ariza gets the left foot into it. A spiral kick right down the middle of the field. Bachman under it at the 28-yard line. Starts right across the 30. Gets horizontal as the 35. Cuts back into the field at the 40. And out to the 42-yard line on a 14-yard return for Alex Bachman to get things going. The TV camera keeping it here, so we will too. 12:52 to go first quarter. And out comes Kenny Pickett. He is now, Kirk, making his 26th career start. One touchdown this year. That was to Shedrick Jackson. Also was picked off in Philadelphia. Offensive line, no Dylan Parham today at left guard. He didn't start last week either. So, again, a little bit of a mix-up throughout the course of the offensive line. Antonio Mafi gets to start at left guard for a second straight week. Two tight end set, both to the left. Now they move Mayer over to the right. Pickett is under center, first and 10. Takes the snap, hands off Genty, cuts into the hole. Spins out of the first tackle, cannot get away from the second. Christian Fulton, the corner, tacks him to the ground. Derek Nadi was there as well, the veteran defensive tackle. He picked up two. And the number we're watching today, Kurt, for Ashton Genty, 90 yards from scrimmage. If he gets 90 yards from scrimmage, he will break the Raiders' record for most scrimmage yards by a Raider rookie.
That goes along with Josh Jacobs, right? Not too far along.
Yep.
Long ago, who was a first-round draft pick of these Raiders, now with the Green Bay Packers.
Picked up two, second and 8 for Pickett in the shotgun. Looking left, three-step drop, fires, and it's picked off down the seam.
Damn it.
Shamari Connor wrestled it away from Jack Besh on a quick out route at the 46-yard line of the Raiders. So Pickett gets the start. His first throw is to the wrong team. Chiefs take over. Timeout on the field. 12:14 to go first.
Get
quarter.
O'Connell in there.
You're listening to Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk. Toyota Thon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on
Pickett
your
throws a
favorite
pick.
fuel-efficient Toyota models. Hurry in to get a low-cost lease on the 2026 Corolla or the 51 MPG all-hybrid 2026 Camry. Or choose the fully redesigned all-electric 2026 BZ and get 0% financing plus $3,500 finance cash. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through T-Fast to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction. Ends 1/5/26.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-749-8188. 800-749-8188. 800-749-8188.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Oh boy, Harleys, and more Harleys. Tired of being scammed on the internet? Visit Nationwide Fleet Power Sports in Lathrop, where you can deal direct with the owners face to face, with over $1 million worth of used Harleys in stock and ready to be sold. They have on-site financing available. Your next Harley is sitting on their showroom floor. They beat everyone's prices. You ready to take a ride? Come see your friends at Nationwide Fleet Power Sports off Highway 5 in Lathrop. Nationwide-fleet.com. That's nationwide-fleet.com.
This is your Raider Nation station. I'm on 104.1 The Hawk.
He just threw a ton of touchdowns. He threw a ton of interceptions in his time with the Steelers either. But his first pass this afternoon and his second start of the year was picked off Shamari Connor. The Chiefs have not had a lot of takeaways this year. Came in just 12, which is 28th in the league. But they will start their second drive for Chris Oladokun at the Raiders' 46-yard line. With Rashard Smith in the backfield, just 2 minutes and 46 seconds into this Week 18 matchup here in Las Vegas.
Appreciate the like. Thank you.
28-year-old gets the snap, quick drop, fires flat. Smith bobbled it, and he dropped it at the 47.
Dropped
He
it.
had a lot
Second
of
and
space.
10.
That ball was fired into his midsection, and he dropped it cleanly to the turf.
Yeah, nice little fastball that was thrown there. And you got to just take a little bit off of that, a little bit of heater. You got to throw a little bit of touch on that one, Oladokun. But he had Smith, who was wide open in that flat on the right side.
So Oladokun has started this ball game 0 for 1. Pickett is 0 for 1. Travis Kelce starts in motion towards the right side in what could be the final game of his 13-year NFL career. A handoff to Smith, spins out of the first tackle on the right hash mark down to the 42-yard line. Devin White, as he has been all season long, in on the tackle on fronting plays, Kurt. Comes into this game 168 tackles, second most in the NFL, and already a Raiders single-season record.
Yeah, Tyree Wilson helped him out a little bit. He was actually on the outside in, and the length of Tyree Wilson was able to grab and slow him down just a little bit. And you mentioned it, Devin White with the cleanup. Another third down opportunity here. Again, Charles Stoughton, opposite Malcolm Kuntz here on this passing situation.
And it's been a problem for the Raiders defense all year. Last in the NFL, third down conversion, they've allowed nearly 49%. Oladokun a low snap, back to throw on third down. Scrambles up into the pocket, sees a man in his face, now gets to the left side, just floats it into the secondary, and he was caught!
No way.
Juju Smith-Schuster got underneath it at the 28-yard line. There is a flag down, though, at the line, and this is coming back.
Yep, ineligible receiver downfield as the offensive lineman took off because they thought Oladokun was going to keep running with the football.
Ineligible man downfield. Offense, number 72. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
That's their starting right tackle, Chukwu Ebuka Godric.
I'm glad you did that one.
He was part of my, my son was helping me with pronunciations this week.
I see.
He was part of the International Pathway Program out of Nigeria. Just getting his first career games the last couple of weeks, but all the injuries they've had, Wanye Morris and Josh Simmons and Jalen Moore is out today. Esapole is your left tackle, and he's an undrafted free agent this year. And so you get Pole on the left side and Godric on the right side for Oladokun, who now faces 3rd and 11. Get him to throw some more of those passes. You'll pick one of them off. Straight drop. Oladokun fires down the middle of the field into double coverage, and it's knocked to the turf by Lonnie Johnson. He and Darnay Holmes were back there. They surrounded Hollywood Brown 3 yards into the end zone. Probably should have been picked off by Lonnie Johnson. As it is, the Chiefs will send on the punting unit.
Yeah, sorry to jump on your partner because Lonnie was right there. Lonnie Johnson's right there in front. And I think that he just dropped it. It was a complete drop. Honestly, he could have waved his hands in the air like a fair catch because it came down almost like a punt. And he just mishandled that football. Could have been an interception right in the end zone for Lonnie Johnson.
So back-to-back 3 and outs for the Raiders. The interception doesn't hurt him. Arises punt. Bachman calls for a fair catch. He bobbles it at the 5 and falls back on top of it on his knees. And he's touched down there by Josh Williams. That could have been disastrous as well. 42 on the punt. Raiders will start on their own 4-yard line. Scoreless first quarter. Kenny Pickett will try and forget about that pick and lead the Raiders 96 yards. 10:37 to go, first quarter scoreless. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk.
All
What's up, Roke?
Perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with
How you doing,
legendary
brother?
audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover.
Just hoping my
180.
Chiefs
That's
lose, man, so we get a better draft pick.
.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Official Raiders fan cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back, bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autographed, legendary fan events, and unforgettable
I
memories.
never rooted it
all
for the
while
Raiders
sailing
in
the
my
Pacific
life.
to the coastal gems. Events in out of
Till
Mexico
today.
and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's
We can get the
dreams
9th
come
pick in the
true
draft
since
if we lose today.
2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable nonstop flight out there. With how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now.
Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Experience the game you love at Allegiant Stadium and live your best nonstop life. Visit Allegiant.com to book your nonstop flights today.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the 3rd year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the 3rd time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the 3rd year in a row. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Chiefs have combined for 8 plays, and the teams have 2 combined yards. Those were both owned by Ashton Genty. Pair of 3 and outs here to start this game for the Raiders defense. And after the punt, they will start inside their own 5, working left to right. Coming out of the silver painted end zone with black letters spelling Las Vegas. Pickett is standing in the end zone, gets the snap, hands it off to Genty, trying the middle of the defense, and he's just spun down. Jerry Tillery, former Raider, there to make the stop after a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. And, you know, Chiefs defense, Kirk, still really good defense. 6th best in the NFL, allowing just 19.5 points per game this year.
Yeah, you still got Nick Bolton and Drew Tranquil on, at the linebacking spots, 2 guys who get downhill. And they are right there plugging those gaps. You mentioned Tillery, George Karlaftis, another guy. They got some outstanding players.
Karlaftis inactive today. Chris Jones, though, is active and in the middle of that defense. Head to a 7th Pro Bowl. Shotgun. Pickett throws it right side. He's got Genty in the flat, and a nice tackle in open space made by the rookie corner, Noel Williams. 3rd-round pick out of Cal. He's been starting the last few weeks with some of the injuries to Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson. That'll be 3rd down, coming up at 6 for the Raiders on their own 8-yard line.
Yeah, no Karlaftis, but Chris Jones is active. He's the number 95. He's only playing on passing downs, and it looks like. So he just substitutes in right here on this 3rd down, which looks to be in a passing formation for the Raiders.
And he's towering over.
Hey, what's up, Ron? How you doing, bro?
Line. Mike Dana is lined up right over the center. Kappa, who shotgun snaps it back to Pickett. He scans left. He's dancing. He's in the end zone, and he's almost set for a safety. He gets out of there to the 2, but right on cue. The man you just said who has owned the Raiders, now 7.5 sacks in his last 6 games and change against this franchise. Drop Pickett back for a loss of 6, and the Raiders will have to punt it away.
It was Chris Jones.
It's 0-0 right now. Both offenses are so bad. Nobody can gain any yards.
Which is, we know, the rookie Caleb Rogers, who's had to be baptized early on this season by Brandon Graham earlier from the Philadelphia Eagles, and now he gets a little bit of Chris Jones. So the rookie year for Caleb Rogers.
A.J. Cole is standing under the goalposts. He gets the snap, he gets 2 steps in, and he line drives a punt and angling to the Raiders bench, and he did that perfectly.
Nice.
He drives Brashard Smith out of bounds on the Chiefs' 48-yard line. So a 50-yard punt, nothing on the return, and he forced him out of bounds. That
right at the goal, right at the back of the end
31
zone.
to go, first quarter.
It's a 65, 67-yard punt in the air.
Step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the 3rd year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the 3rd time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the 3rd year in a row. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey, Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again, reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders-themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders-themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Tim Case back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. First quarter in Denver, no score between the Broncos and the Chargers. Broncos win the #1 seed in the AFC. In Foxborough, Patriots taking on the Dolphins. Travion Henderson, 5-yard touchdown run. They lead it 7-0. Patriots win. They get the #2 seed in the AFC. In Los Angeles, Rams lead the Cardinals 3-0. Soldier Field in Chicago. Lions have come down to a 3-0 lead over the Bears of Buffalo. Mitchell Trubisky, a touchdown pass. Bills out in front of the Jets 7-0 earlier in New York. Giants beat the Cowboys 34-17. Raiders get the #1 pick for the first time since 2007. Back inside Allegiant, Jason Kirkhouse.
Kirk was on that team, Tim. Thank you very much. No score, 8:31 to go, first quarter. Both teams have had 2 drives. Neither team has a yard of offense. Oladokin, shotgun snap with a play fake. Back to throw. Pressure in his face. Dumps it left side. Rashard Smith drops it again at the 41. It was a low throw as this first quarter of Raiders football presented by Credit One Bank.
It's on CBS, Tamra.
And we got a bunch of different players on the field to start this drive, Kirk. We knew this was going to be the case today.
What's up, Jay?
A lot of players rotating in. DeCamerion Richardson,
NFLHD.com, bro.
Mississippi State got a bunch of starts last year, the final 7 games. That snap right there, his first defensive snap of the year. It has been all special teams. Jafari Harvey's on the field with Pegues and Booker and Laulu Eichenberg as well. So a lot of different faces. Roll out right side, caught across midfield. Eric Stokes makes the immediate hit on Smith-Schuster at the 49. So it'll be 3rd down and about 5 coming up for the Chiefs, make it 3rd and 4.
Hey, quick question for you. How would you describe the season for Eric Stokes? I thought he's played solid.
Yeah.
I thought he's been well, and a lot of people kind of criticized the Raiders for picking him up, after, he left Green Bay. But I thought he's been actually a bright spot defensively. I don't know if I've ever said, hey, he's out of position, he's not holding his own. I thought he's been a bright spot for this defense.
And he's one of those guys you talked about earlier on the 1-year contract, a former first-round pick. Again, we'll see what happens here in the offseason, but he's played pretty well. 3rd down, handoff inside. Rashard Smith starts to the right side, has the first down, down the seam, and he bounced off a couple of tacklers inside the 40 to the Raiders' 38-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Chiefs in what is now the first down of this ball game for either team midway part of the first quarter.
Well, that's something you don't see too often, is where Travis Kelce motions into the backfield. He was actually the lead blocker on that play for Smith, as he came and got a block on Coates, and then Smith just powering through. He got more than he needed. They only did 3. He ended up getting more than that. He got 9.
By the way, Devin White is not on the field. He has not missed a snap all season long. He and Tommy Eichenberg in a split time today. Rashard Smith head to the right side. He stretched it inside the 30. Got across the 25. Shoved out of bounds by Eric Stokes. Picked up 13 yards on the run. And Rashard Smith has the Chiefs on the move.
And it's all about speed. On the outside, you mentioned Jafari Harvey is an outside defensive end. He got reached. You can't get reached as an outside defensive end. You've got to maintain and turn everything back. and that's what forced to the outside play for Smith, one of the fastest running backs last year coming out of the draft out of SMU, showing you that speed getting to the outside.
Yeah, he was first team All-ACC, nearly 2,000 all-purpose yards last year for an SMU team that went to the college football playoff. He gets a third straight handoff, does not have a lot of room. Thomas Booker came from the right side of the defensive line over to the left side of the offensive line, and made it stop after a pickup of about 2. You know, Brashard Smith, 14 for 39 against the Raiders back in week 7.
Yeah.
And until last week, really, that was the extent of his carries this year.
What's up,
He struggled to
Javon?
run the football with Pacheco and Kareem Hunt, and no
Yeah, it's
Pacheco
pretty
today.
good. The
He's
graphics this
inactive.
year are
Yeah,
a
he's
lot
had
better.
Some bright spots, some bright moments, and I think that's one of the reasons why you're getting the opportunity to see him today. Maybe the guy for the future.
Oladokin back to throw on second down the middle, and it's over the head of his intended receiver, Jalen Royals, 4th-round pick out of Utah State. Solid coverage right at the goal line. Ronnie Johnson was there as well. So it'll be 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Chiefs here with 5:46 to go first quarter.
I think Oladokin felt that time, that clock in his mind. It was going pretty fast because Tyree Wilson had an outstanding rush from that outside. He was bearing down, and you can see that arm coming through like he was about to make a tackle, and Oladokin had to rush that throw.
Travis Kelce leaves the huddle first, and he walks
What's up, Debbie?
to the left side of the offensive line. Oladokin is 1 of 5 here to start week 18 for the Chiefs. He's in the shotgun. A little bit of movement. No flag. Oladokin forced out of the pocket. Dumps it to Kareem Hunt at the 20. And he cannot get there. Tommy Eichenberg stands him up at the 18-yard line inside the numbers on the right.
Field goal.
And Andy Reid's going to send on the field goal unit at Harrison Butker to try and score for the first time
Chiefs are
today.
gonna-
Yeah, nice job defensively. Raiders went to
Well,
a
it's
zone,
not a
so
gimme.
everybody got to their landmarks, turned around, and got eyes on the quarterback. I think that's what Patrick Graham's scheme is today. Get to your landmark, turn around, keep eyes on the quarterback, and then break up the tackle. You mentioned it. Tremendous job by Eichenberg coming up and tackling, get him down to the ground.
Butker has not had one of his better seasons this year. This is a short field goal, though, just 36 yards from the right hash mark. He's missed 4 extra points this year, too. That snap is there. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:58 to go here
Made
in the
it.
first quarter, the Chiefs
3-0.
strike first. 3-0 Kansas City. Raiders and Kenny Pickett, or maybe Aiden O'Connell. We know we're going to see them both. Offense hasn't moved yet. We'll see who comes out next. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Raiders football is brought to you by Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By Yamava Resort and
Yeah,
Casino
Raiders
in
just
San
kicked a
Manuel.
field goal.
You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please
Or-
gamble responsibly.
3-0 Chiefs. You got that wrong.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
8 plays, 36 yards, 3-3-3. Off the clock, 3:33, Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing, 4:58 to go here in quarter number 1. Aiden O'Connell was warming up, but again, both quarterbacks always do. And we know we will see both O'Connell and Kenny Pickett, who started today. Raiders have had 2 drives, Pickett's 1 of 2 and a pick.
No problem, Tamara.
3 yards. Pickett's also been sacked. How would you manage this? First of all, it's not very often you get a coach or a team saying we're going to play 2 quarterbacks.
Hey,
in a
what's
game,
up, Debbie?
but in a regular season game.
Are you Raiders fan or Chiefs fan?
I think probably may go halves, right?
First half, second half,
first
straight
half,
up
second
that way?
half. I think that may be a better way to do it because again, that was a 2-play drive to start the game for Kenny Pickett, right? They handed it up and he throws an interception. And then the next play was
The one day that we want the Raiders to win.
They were backed up. So I would love to get those guys.
I'm trying to have them get a top 10 draft pick.
Maybe going halves would be best.
Rutgers kickoff right to left. Samir White under it at the 5. Coming up the left numbers. Has the 20. Cuts across the 30. And he stood up around the 32-yard line. Chiefs in the pile, moving back towards the hash marks, which is where they will take over. And it is Kenny Pickett coming back out. And again, the offensive line, Kirk, it's been a problem all year long. Right. And you think about what the offensive line looked like to start this year with Colton Miller and Jackson Powers-Johnson. Dylan Parham's been out now 2 games in a row. It's just been such a moving piece. But here in Week 18, Stone Forsythe.
It sucks that Kelsey doesn't get to play with Mahomes his last game.
You get Mafi, who was on the practice squad all year until the last couple
There he
of
goes.
Capo
Speak of
was
the
a
devil.
guard, starting at center the last few weeks. Then
Tried to celebrate, and then he had to speed it up a little bit.
Fake for Pickett, who's in the pocket, taking a shot deep down the left side of the field. Thornton cannot haul it in with one hand.
Man, it's terrible,
Out
man.
in coverage, the former
It's
Tennessee
been terrible
Titan.
all year,
They need
Thornton.
the pass break up. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, we just haven't found a way to hit that pass. That's been the one. To Dante Thornton, who's got great speed. It's either been underthrown or overthrown.
Yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan, Tamara.
And that's one in which I feel like Dante Thornton this offseason was going to learn how to locate the football just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be able to go up and make a 2-handed catch. That time only gets one hand up, but use the ability that he showed in college, that jumping ability.
Second down handoff to Chetty. Gets a nice block across the 35. And it was Michael Mayer who set him free out to the 39-yard line. They'll spot him at the 38. So a 6-yard run for the 6th overall pick. And the Raiders are not huddling. They are back up on the ball in an empty set. Genty is split out wide right with the rookie Noel Williams in coverage. On 3rd and 4, shotgun to Pickett. He's looking left with a pump fake. Now has to escape the pocket. Gets away from a defender. At the 35, he's going to take off as a block. First down, 45. And he's brought down at the 47-yard line.
First down,
was out
Raiders.
there in space, throwing the block on Noel Williams. Nice footwork from Pickett, and he picked it up with his leg.
Well, I don't think Genty ever knew that Kenny Pickett was going to be behind him. A nice job in the pocket by Kenny Pickett, moving around, stepped up. He saw he had green grass and just ran to the marker. Next thing you know, Genty's over there blocking. He hears the fans start screaming. He didn't realize that Kenny Pickett had found a way to get behind him and got enough, more than enough for a first down.
Raiders at their own 47. Michael Mayer and Ian Thomas right side of the line. 3:35 to go first quarter. Pickett under center. Another play action. Corner blitz. Doesn't see it. Drilled and sacked. Back at the 37. Noel Williams came
Spags dialed one up there.
free from the right side of the offensive line, and that is a loss of 10.
Yeah, and that's one that Kenny Pickett's kind of mad at himself. Because you always have to realize coming out of that break, out of that pump fake, you've got to always realize there's a defender who is coming free. He never saw Noel Williams. Noel Williams is on his right side, but the action was all to his left. That was a clean shot. I'll tell you, as a defender, you dream of that moment, and Noel Williams made Kenny Pickett pay.
The only chance that happens is if Mahomes is healthy for 2026. And only Adrian Peterson's came back in 9 months.
Christian Fulton jumped the route of Michael Mayer, who was only 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And now it's 3rd down and 18 for the Raiders.
Yeah, they went to a
I just don't think Mahomes will be healthy week 1
20 plus,
of 2026.
Cover 2. If you're that corner on that side, you're able to rob it because you're just playing flat. You're just playing the outside. Once you keep eyes on the quarterback, you jump it. Kenny Pickett got to know he can't just throw it and lay it up out there.
And again, Raiders can talk about all the players who aren't playing for the Chiefs, but the reality is the Raiders are playing some backups too. 3rd and 18, draw play, Genty through the middle of the line and can't get past the 45-yard line. 6 yards for Ashton Genty, who has 4 carries for 15, and the Raiders got 1 first down, and now with 2:30 and counting here in the first quarter, they're going to punt it away.
Yeah, well, a drive that looked to be very promising. They get the first down using the legs of Kenny Pickett, and it's just that sack on first down where they're trying to take a shot deep down the field. Just the unblocked player, Noel Williams, he's the one that really...
He shouldn't push it. We really need to get an offensive line to protect him and a solid running game. Kareem Hunt and Pacheco aren't the answer.
Smith ranging to his right, stops at the 10, heads right up the sideline, and Eichenberg is there to shove him into the bench at the 19-yard line. 47 on the punt, but 9 on the return. There is a flag down on the play, or at least the scoreboard says there's a flag down on the play. It looks like it's over on the sideline. It is. It's dropped out of bounds on the sideline at the 22. Craig Rolstad's going to find out what's going on. There's an official who dropped his hat, Kirk, which usually means the player didn't come back down in bounds.
They might trade Trent McDuffie, too.
Personal foul, or because you can't block a player who's
You got to
already
get
out
rid of
bounds.
Mike
Some
Dana,
sports
Noah
might
Gray,
not. So
Jawan Taylor.
we shall see, because they're talking about a lot of elements to this.
Yep. It's the side judge, Frank Steratore.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, Kansas City bench.
Wow.
Half the distance to goal. First down, timeout.
So they call it on the bench.
Yep, they did.
Rarely do you ever see that
Down the
penalty.
field, then you run into a coach or a player, right? That's your unsportsmanlike. So Chiefs will be backed up inside the 10, but they have a 3-0 lead. 2:04 to go first.
That's why you
quarter.
have a
Final
get
game of
back
the
guy.
season. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The official Raiders and Cruise presented by Seaside Events. It's back, bringing you a once-in-a-lifetime fan to see in March 2026. Autographed, legendary fan event, unforgettable memories, all while sailing the Pacific to the coastal gems. Events in out of Mexico and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider Fan Cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927.
Man, they got their own
You can elevate
cruise
the Las Vegas
line.
Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable
Yeah,
phone
Casanova,
style
you don't
design.
need
Visit
the.
AllTechLansing.com/Raiders15
You could win this
for
game.
15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's
You don't need to lose this.
ALTCLANSING.com/Raiders15.
Genty's got to go off. He's got to get the record.
Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
I hope you guys
When
win.
it's time to get Raiders tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with
The bad thing is the Chiefs never lost in Vegas.
And the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff, like tailgating with your friends and family. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today.
Yeah, he's going to do what Tony Gonzalez did. Go to CBS,
Need better internet?
do his own podcast, probably be in movies, reality
Reliable
TV.
speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get
They didn't
Cox
show a lot of
Internet
Taylor
with a
Swift this
2-year
year.
plan, price lock guarantee. Plus
This year they
equipment
didn't show her
included.
much
So
celebrating.
get your
I think that's because
household
the
up to
Chiefs
speed.
sucked so much.
Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Nothing. Chiefs leading the Raiders. 2:04 to go here in the
I guess we can say it's not a publicity stunt, right? They said that relationship is fake.
Unsportsmanlike call on
They're getting married.
Damian Pierce, the former Texans running back, gets the handoff, racing right side, stretches it out to the 15-yard line down the numbers. They'll spot him at the 14. It's a 4-yard run as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Raiders football. Oladokun breaks the huddle and comes out in the shotgun. Travis Kelce on the bench for this second down play. Shotgun snap, handoff inside. Pierce tries the middle of the lane and brought down by Tyree Wilson from behind at the 16. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 coming up. You know, Travis Kelce.
The crazy thing is somebody tried to shoot Andy Reid too.
1,077 career receptions.
That story didn't get out much, but I guess somebody took a sniper shot at Andy Reid one night. This was like a couple of years ago.
I just think he loves the game so much, puts a lot into it. And we thought this would be the final ride for the Chiefs. We'll see what happens after this game.
Rashard Smith is split out wide. Empty set for Oladokun. Certainly capable to lead with his legs. Here come the Raiders with a blitz. Oladokun fires. There's Kelce's first catch of the game at the 20. Cuts toward the middle of the field as a first down. At the 22-yard line, Darnay Holmes makes
There's
a
Kelce's
stop.
first
He
catch.
cut outside, got some space, got the grab, and he's now 4 yards shy of 13,000 for his career.
Yeah, they got to do a better job of playing in and out. That was Darnay Holmes and Lonnie Johnson it was an in and out, meaning that both guys had Travis Kelce. If he goes out, it goes to Johnson. He goes inside, it goes to Holmes. But a nice job of using a little bit of a rub route from Juju Smith-Schuster. That's what got him open. He's wide open for the first down. A little miscommunication by the Raiders.
Run play on first down. Inside handoff. Eichenberg closed the hole quickly after a 2-yard gain, which will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Raiders offense been sluggish. Something we've said most of the season, but the defense has played well. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. We head to the second. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk.
Something just tells me the Chiefs are going to win this game.
Was your reward, so listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless.
I think once they put O'Connell in, they'll start moving the football.
Factor, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are
Kenny
a ride or
Pickett's
die,
terrible.
a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly.
You know what's crazy is that if the Chiefs win today, they could be picking
Are you looking
13.
to up your game day? Join the nation at the Raiders Masquerade VIP Tailgate, the ultimate pregame experience for you to enjoy live music with unlimited food, unlimited drinks, and non-stop party vibes, all before the Raiders kick off at Allegiant Stadium. Go to RaidersExperiences.com today to book this exclusive tailgate experience, powered by Confirmed 360.
Fumble.
Official Raiders fan cruise.
Oh yeah, they're going to push him the ball. They're going to try to get him 10 catches, I bet.
To see in March 2026, autographed
They're going to force him the ball and double coverage, I
all while
bet.
sailing the Pacific to the coastal gents of Ensenada, Mexico, and Catalina Island. The best part, you won't be watching from the sidelines. This time you'll be part of it. Raider fan cruise, making Raider Nation's dreams come true since 2025. Book now at RaidersFanCruise.com.
Alltech Lansing has been perfecting sound since 1927, so you can elevate your Las Vegas Raiders tailgate with legendary audio. Raider Nation, make some noise at your next tailgate with a Sound Rover 180, complete with 6 hours of playtime, microphone, party light modes, and a portable trolley-style design. Visit alltechlansing.com/Raiders15 for 15% off your Sound Rover 180. That's ALTECLANSING.com/Raiders15 for 15% off. Alltech Lansing, an official audio partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Football powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. 3-0 Chiefs leading Las Vegas here as we start the second quarter. Raiders had just 12 yards of offense on 11 plays in the first quarter, included an interception thrown by Pickett, a sack as well. Chiefs had 49 yards. Nothing in their first 2 drives. Oladokin starting to settle in a little bit as they begin the second quarter with a 2nd and 8 from their own 23. Flip the field. They work left to right. Damian Pierce, the lone tailback, and Travis Kelce was eager and false start.
Yeah, Kelsey's had one of his best years
5-yard penalty.
in a couple years.
Is that Taylor's?
It's just the drops for me.
Taylor Swift in the building.
Let's put it this way. CBS has not shown her yet. There was speculation that if she is here, that it's his last game.
Swift is in the building.
Not that she would actually check in with me or you.
You never know. You got pulled.
Yeah.
You know people.
If she would like to come and
She's hidden right now.
We're all in. 2nd and 13. Handoff Pierce. And it's closed nicely. Tyree Wilson closed the hole along with Jamal Adams. It'll be 3rd down and 11 coming up for the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think we all have to be honest about Tyree Wilson.
Maybe Taylor can come out and play quarterback for us. I bet you we get a better effort than we got right now.
In reality, he is just one of the best run defenders.
Give her a jersey, put 13 on it, put Swift on the back of it, send her out there, dial something up, Andy.
But I think a lot of people expected him to be a sack master. He's been at his best when he's stopping the run.
He has 2 sacks this year. He only has 10 for his career. So to your point, yes, that has been his strength. Extra defensive back, Tristan McCollum on the field. Oladokin, 3rd down, into the left flat. It's caught Noah Gray at the 20. Trying to spin move. Can't get away from DeCamerion Richardson, who brings him to the turf right in front of the Chiefs bench at the 25. And the Raiders defense does the job again, and the Chiefs will send on the punt unit.
I feel like Devin White tells all the guys, just hold them up and I'll finish them off. that was a nice job by Dikembe Richardson. He had outside leverage, stayed to his outside, held on to Gray for just enough time, and then number 45 comes through for the cleanup, Devin White.
So a rise
She'd have a bunch of bodyguards in front of her. Nobody would touch her.
Raiders have not had a punt return in 7 years for a touchdown. It's today the day. Bachman waiting the spiral kick. Backs up at the 17. Circles towards the middle at the 20. Gets his steam going. He's brought
The
down
blockers would have
at
like
27-yard
AK-47s. Like nobody would even come 5 yards.
Timeout on the field. 13:30 to go. Second quarter. Chiefs 3. Raiders nothing. You're listening to Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk.
Ragsdale's Heat and Air covers the Central Valley and Foothill communities for all of your air conditioning and heating needs. They set the gold standard when it comes to service, sales, and quick turnaround. From residential to commercial, Ragsdale's has decades of experience and specializes in customer service. From simple repairs to new systems, Ragsdale's Heat and Air has got you covered. Give them a call today at 209-633-6332. That's 209-633-6332. Ragsdale's Heat and Air, locally owned and operated.
Want to make 2026 your year of adventure? Book that trip and learn a new language with Babbel. Go ahead, make a resolution you can stick to. Now is the time. Babbel's New Year sale is here. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription for 65% off. Turn your daydream into a destination this year with Babbel. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
This is the sound of captivity. This is the sound of rescue. And this is the sound of freedom. Give Armenia's captive bears a second chance by supporting International Animal Rescue. Call 508-826-1083 or search the Great Bear Rescue to learn more.
When your water stops flowing, trust the pros. Pump Pros. From domestic well water to wastewater and irrigation, we've got you covered. Repairs and new installs for pumps, motors, pressure tanks, control boxes, and more. Our crews are on call day or night with 24-hour emergency service to keep your home, farm, or business running strong. Need new construction? Our expert engineers design and build custom pump stations for any job, big or small. Call 209-250-0530 today. Pump Pros. We keep the water moving.
You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders football on 104.1 The Hawk.
Say for the first time this season, Aiden O'Connell is on the field.
Let's go.
Here for the Raiders' fourth drive.
Aiden O'Connell.
Takes over for Kenny Pickett.
First time all year.
He broke his wrist in the final preseason game of the year. In
Finally, we
Arizona.
got a quarterback on the field for the Raiders.
12. He's been the emergency third quarterback. But now today with Geno Smith out, he is the backup and in for the first time as the Raiders trail 3-0. Get the ball on their own 27. O'Connell is under center. It's a play fake on first down. He settles, he dumps it. He's way over the head of Ashton Jeanty to the right sideline.
Well, that was
second
good.
down and 10. Aiden O'Connell, his third year on
Can't
Purdue,
get any worse
6'3",
than that.
206 has started already in his career 17 games for the Raiders. Remember, he was 5-5. As soon as Josh McDaniels was fired, one of the first things Antonio Pierce did, he was going to be the starter. They went 5-5 his rookie year. Last year was a little bit different of a story, in and out behind Gardner Minshew.
And one of those big victories you mentioned was a victory over the Kansas City Chiefs, which got the fan base really, really excited about what the future could be. Maybe if AOC, Aiden O'Connell, was a starting quarterback.
That was on Christmas Day, 2023. He is under center for a second and 10. Gets snapped. He and Ashton Jeanty weren't on the same page, but Jeanty somehow made that work. Out over the right hash mark, out to the 33-yard line. He stood up, picked up 6
There
yards.
he is.
And it'll be third down and 4. You know, he and Jeanty almost collided on that play.
Mendoza, man.
If those two guys got together
Go get your S.A. Mendoza, man.
Well, maybe not much. You think about, you go back to training camp, and a lot of people even thought that it could have been a competition between Geno Smith and Aiden O'Connell for the starting quarterback job, even though the Raiders traded for and rewarded Geno Smith with the contract. He would just thought it should have been more of a competition between those two in the preseason.
So on third and 4.
Yeah, he is, bro. He's gonna change the culture.
Tucker motions over to the right side. Here come the Chiefs with a 7-man blitz. He throws the slant at the 35, incomplete. Tyler Lockett, the intended receiver, but Noel Williams got on top of him. Raiders bench wanted pass interference, not going to get it. And a 3-and-out on Aiden O'Connell's first series.
He's too nice to be a Raider, though.
Job by Aiden O'Connell reading the blitz. He just got to put that thing out there.
You ever see his interviews? He sounds like Tebow. It's like Tebow going to the Raiders.
Immediately looked at the official. I thought Noel Williams got a quick jab and a hand that derailed him off of his route.
Oh, it's a fake punt to the up man. They haven't run it all year. They're close to the first down, though the Chiefs said they didn't get it.
Damn, they didn't get it.
Was the up man. They snapped it back to him, racing to the right side.
Fuck, Raiders ran a fake punt.
They're going to be about a yard short at the 36-yard field.
Las Vegas was short of the line to gain. First down, Kansas City.
The one time I need you guys to win.
It was not very well executed, if you ask me, because the Chiefs were all over it. This was more of a nice job by the Chiefs special teams.
Guys don't even need to lose today.
Looking for the fake.
So the first fake punt of the year.
You guys can stop tanking now. You got the number 1 overall pick.
Isaiah Polamalu was on top of a Chiefs defender, so I think some people are wondering, like, did he roll the ball forward?
Yeah.
But Chiefs take over on the Raiders' 36-yard line.
Damn it.
He's one of the great ones in this league in terms of special team coordinators, and his guys were all over it, stopping the Raiders short of the first down.
So Oladokin takes over on the Raiders' 36, leading 3-0. Kelsey motions out to the right side. They swing it right side. Hollywood Brown trying to pick up some blockers at the 35, and he just steps himself out of bounds on the near sideline at the 33-yard line. Picked up 3. 12:20 to go, second quarter. Chiefs 3, Raiders nothing. And, you know, Kirk, the offense this year has just been such a struggle.
Yeah.
There haven't been many offenses in NFL history who scored less than 15 a game and rushed for less than 75 yards a game. But barring something completely different today, that's where the Raiders are going to be this season.
Yeah, they're looking for an offensive coordinator. So they're auditioning. You're going to look around. You got to bring someone in, not only who can possibly develop a quarterback, a running game that has to get better, but also an offensive line is going to have a lot of moving parts.
Doken is under center, and he moves the tight end over to the right side. Straight drop in the pocket. Pump fake. Pocket collapses. Ball is out. Tyree Wilson is sacked.
Let's go!
Free near midfield. It's still loose, and J.J. Pegues is on top of it.
The rookie got it.
Tyree Wilson's having a half. The strip sack, and the Raiders take over on the Chiefs 44.
So much to love about this play, Jason. So much to love. And it really started with Tyree Wilson. He's actually lined up on the opposite side. He's usually on the right. He lines up on the left, and he beats the tackle and gets right.
No flags, no flags, Will.
It out of his hand.
Raiders football.
Pick it up. He muffles it, but you mentioned it. 92. J.J. Pegues, the rookie. He falls on it, cradles it in, and the Raiders have their first turnover.
I want to say Ole Miss. Pegues came out of Ole Miss.
Listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down.
Yeah, I got a feed coming straight out of Vegas.
You are the baddest on the block. You're an elbow grease factory. A force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Okay, in Raider Nation, you gotta bring it every day. And the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card from Credit One Bank is built for every day. With cashback rewards on eligible purchases like gas and groceries. So whether you're going to a home game or just filling up the tank on the way home, you're ready to bring it day in and day out with the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card. Learn more at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank. For what's ahead.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were.
So Raiders football at the Chiefs 44-yard line.
We're the leader in integrated payment processing.
Yeah, we can play. I actually have to play somebody else. In NCAA football, but
from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip.
I appreciate that, Tamara.
The proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah, Madden and NCAA. I got NBA 2K as well.
You can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Raiders and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff, like tailgating with your friends and family. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Raiders.
Tyree Wilson, 3 tackles, a sack, forced fumble, and the Raiders take over on the Chiefs' 44-yard line, trailing 3-0 in a game so far that Las Vegas has just 21 yards of offense with 11:37 to go.
Come on, Genty.
Aiden O'Connell is on in relief of Pickett. He's under center. He hands it off to Genty. Through the hole at the 40. Gets a block 35, and he's spun down by Noah Williams at the 31-yard line.
First down.
Traffic. He just weaved his way for 13 yards and a first down.
I like that. Traffic in action.
Now hit him with the play action right here. Hit him with the play action.
Behind the play was the orbit motion with Jack Besh, who was coming behind. You also had another blocker who was going across.
Hey, what's up, Christina?
For the Chiefs,
how you doing?
And stay on their coverage. Nobody stayed on Genty, who went right downhill, went vertical, and got the big yards.
Jack Besh and Trey Tucker split out wide left. O'Connell is under center again. Fresh set of downs. Now Tucker motions left to right. Run play to Genty. Again, patient through the hole. He hopped his way across the line down to the 28-yard line. Picked up 3, maybe 4. It'll be second down here coming up for the Raiders. Ashton Genty came into this ball game 112 yards.
Yeah, I usually do that for the football games.
1,000 for his rookie season. He and Josh Jacobs would be the only 2 Raiders.
I should go live more. Just
1,000-yard season. And again, 90 yards from scrimmage is the mark to break the Raiders' rookie record.
I usually only go live when there's like something going on though.
In franchise history, he has 39 yards from scrimmage here in the first half. Second and 7, O'Connell stands up, waves his arms out to change the protection. Down to 5 on the play clock. The snap, run, Genty again has to stutter in the backfield. Bounces off a defender, keeps the legs driving. He is so impressive. Every 4-yard run, somehow he breaks 2 tackles. Now, it says a lot about him. It says about the offensive line. We talked about that all year, but now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, because Aiden O'Connell got to the line of scrimmage and he audibled away from where the safety came down at. And then Ashton Genty still ran back to the side in which the safety came down. They still got positive yards. That's just how special of a back that he is. Even when you design the play to go opposite, he finds the crease, he finds the hole, he finds the daylight on a play that should have been stopped.
Charles Grant, extra offensive lineman. 3rd-round pick out of William & Mary. He's lined up next to Forsythe, left side. O'Connell stumbles coming out of the snap. Genty bounces it to the left side, picks up the first down.
This guy's impressive. Genty's kind of gotten better as the season's gone on.
First down in the red zone, trailing 3-0 here with 9:15 to go second quarter.
The extra block was Michael Mayer. He was on the swing to the outside. He got the kick out, and Genty went right between him. He steps through that tackle. He's in the end zone. That's a well-developed and a well-blocked play by the Raiders on that 3rd down.
It was 3rd down. Raiders now 2
Oh, I appreciate that. I make football content, college football, draft stuff. Mostly sports though.
Bootleg right side. He fires to the sideline. Tight coverage, incomplete. Trey Tucker, the intended receiver at the 7-yard line. Noel Williams playing really well. 3rd-round pick out of Cal, 6'1", 200 pounds. He's got, so far, a sack, couple of passes defended. It'll be 2nd and 10.
One of the better players in last year's drafts. And the crazy part is we're going to get used to seeing number 20. He's going to be here for a while for the Kansas City Chiefs. So Raider fans, get ready for number 20. He's going to be a guy on the opposite side of this rivalry for the next 3 to 4 seasons.
Don't forget, obviously, Trent McDuffie's been part of that, although this year towards the season, not quite the same as last year. Shotgun snap, Genty through the middle, stumbles his way down to the 17-yard line. Picked up 3. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Raiders. And again,
they can't give it to Genty.
If you're just joining us, the Giants won today, so the Raiders have the number 1.
It's got to be Thornton. It's got to be Beck. One of these rookies got to come up right here on 3rd down.
Your AFC West rival trying to snap a 10-game skid, trying to avoid a franchise record 15th loss on the season. All those things today. Trying to end the season on a positive. Empty set for O'Connell. Now he'll bring Genty back into the fold on his left side.
Yeah, I can try. I'm not sure. Do they play anymore?
Left side, O'Connell the snap.
Do they have a bowl game coming up?
Short over the middle. Michael Mayer, he stood up at the 15-yard line by Nick Bolton. He's about 4 yards.
Yeah, I could do Syracuse.
And they will send out Daniel Carlson to try and tie this game.
Okay, that was the only throw. Once I saw the Chiefs audible to that cover two, that means they're going to have two safeties in the end zone, and they're going to have the outside defenders, those corners, stay to the outside. The only play there is a check down, which was Michael Mayer over the football. He's just got to make a couple of guys miss, but it's tremendous.
Yeah, I'll do a college one with Syracuse tomorrow. Who do you want them to play?
At the 22 for what will be a 32-yard field goal, just inside the left hash mark. Carlson on the year, 18 of 23. Snap it back, good hold. Kick is up, and it's right down the boulevard.
Tie ball game at 3.
7:20 to go here in the first half. The Raiders pull even at 3. We'll step aside. Midway point of the second quarter. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network. The Hawk.
Need better internet?
I'll change the ratings. I'll make them good.
Speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Hey Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raiders football is brought to you by Karma Automotive, the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. Taste the spirit of Aloha, Kaloa Rum, the
What's out there in Vietnam, man?
rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly. Experience the future of payments with Shift 4, the official payment partner of the Las Vegas Raiders.
That's
Visit
crazy. Vietnam.
shift4.com to learn more.
All the way out there. Got a Raiders fan in Vietnam. Just massage shops.
The Mark of a Fighter, drink responsibly, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Speaking of Chicago, Stonefield Field, Bears and the Lions. The Chicago wins, they the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Smoking a lot of cigarettes and getting massages. Nice.
Meanwhile, Philadelphia, the Eagles, no Saquon Barkley, no Jalen Hurts. Tanner McKee with the touchdown pass. Eagles and Commanders tied at 7 in Foxborough. Patriots taking on the Dolphins. Pats win. They get the number 2 seed in the AFC. They're up 14-7. In Denver, Broncos and Chargers. Broncos up 10-0. They win. They get the number 1 seed in the AFC. Let's go back inside Allegiant. Jason Kirk, guys.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah, Bears and Eagles strike fighting for the 2nd and 3rd seed or not. You know you're playing a home game. You can't really control. Bears, whoever gets the 2 seed will welcome the Packers. 1 seed, the Seahawks.
No, I hear they're pretty cheap out there. You can get one for like $20.
Yet settled in the AFC in terms of seeding. As Carlson boots the kickoff right to left, all the way into the end zone, all the way through on a bounce, and it'll come out to the 35-yard line. Intermountain Health understands life can be a challenging game, and mental wellness is vital to our overall health.
Okay.
When we're not okay, even more to reach out. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, call or text 988 or visit strongestway.com.
They don't care, man.
Resources. 3-3 our score, 7:20 to go here in the second quarter. Raiders have held the Chiefs and Chris Oladokun to 41 yards. Tyree Wilson's playing really well here in this ballgame for the Raiders defensive line.
They're doing a great job not only playing the run, but also finding some opportunities.
You know who went to Syracuse was Donovan McNabb.
Kelsey on the left side with Robert Tonyan. Snap. Play fake. It's right at the line and incomplete. He faked the toss to Brashard Smith to the left. He had Noah Graves trying to escape out the back to the right, but Eichenberg came in and he got his hands in the air and batted the ball down.
Slap that on the clinic tape, Tommy Eichenberg. That's clinic tape stuff because he watched the play develop. He didn't go down with the fake to the running back. He knew his job was to stay on the quarterback. That's why when Oladokun came out of the fake, Eichenberg was right there, got his hands up for the knockdown.
Get a whole bunch of players getting time here in the first half that we haven't seen all year. Darian Porter is back out in the field, though. He and Cameron Richardson have been splitting snaps today. 2nd and 10. Oladokin fakes. Now rolls out to the right. Fires on a line and almost picked off. Threw it behind Hollywood Brown at the 47 as he was streaking.
Oladokin is so
Darnay
bad.
Holmes was behind him, but probably should have picked that off.
He should have, but Darnay Holmes did a good job of staying in phase and getting that hip pocket. So as a defender, when you're running, you can't look back at the ball. That's why he didn't intercept it, Jason, because he's like, I got to get into that pocket. He got to the hip pocket of Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, Kyle McCourty came over from Ohio State. I remember him.
So it is 3rd down and 10. 3 receivers split out to the left, including Travis Kelce. His next catch will pass Terrell Owens for 8th most in NFL history. Raiders come with a blitz. Oladokin's looking left side. He steps up and climbs. He leaves it short at the 35. It's caught Hunt out of the backfield. Cannot get away from the tackle from Darnay Holmes.
Let's go, Raiders.
One on his ankles made the stop after a
Chiefs got a punt.
pickup. And the Raiders defense has been putting together 3 and out after 3 and out. The Chiefs will punt it away.
Yeah, nice job by the pressure. They had to check it down. And earlier I talked about guys holding him up and Devin White finishing him
Yeah, he
off.
transferred. He went to
Got to the tackle.
Syracuse for his senior year, I want to say.
And there goes Devin White with the cleanup.
Quarterback.
The White has only been credited so far, including that one, with just 1 tackle today. He is up to 169.
Yeah, I watched it.
Snap it back to Ariza. His left foot is into it. Again, a lot of space for Bachman, who's under it. Now that space closes, and he's brought down at the 12. Great special teams coverage by Nazeeh Johnson on a 49-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over on their own 12-yard line. We'll keep it right here. 6:19 to go in the first half. Kirk, look, the season has not gone the way as anybody expected. Correct. And everyone has talked about that for weeks.
Yeah, that's a big upset when you guys beat Miami.
2-14 in 2006 that led to the #1 pick.
Okay, so Syracuse versus Miami.
When that happens, both at the end of the season.
We'll make the teams more even.
I think you start playing for the guys next to you because you're the ones going through it. You realize that there's going to be change amongst that coaching staff. Now, you never know if it's head coach, if it's coordinators. You know that the guys who are out there working out, lifting weights, going to film room, film studies, and practice, those are the guys that you're playing for. You don't worry about the outside noise and what next year could be.
Tight formation for the Raiders. Michael Mayer motions from the right side to the left side. It's a run play to the left side for Jeanty, who has to switch directions, trying to change field. He got a yard. Derek Nottie made the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Raiders. And, back to that point about you have no idea. The change this year was a lot, right? Patrick Graham, some of the defensive staff, Rob Leonard, defensive line coach, really the only ones who were part of last year's team. New offensive staff. Chip Kelly didn't make it through the season. Obviously speculation about what will be Pete Carroll's future after his first year here. But the players, too, this is going to be a totally different roster next year again after...
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he got...
14 losses.
Did he get drafted, or was he undrafted free agent?
Yes. And there is a flag that was thrown from the back judge, and now one flies in late from the secondary as well.
I think they may get Zach Pickens on a holding call. He's number 93. He held Ashton Jeanty as the throw was about to go. So I think that's what the officials are talking about, that holding on 93 Pickens.
Holding. Defense number 93. It's a 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, Pickens did a good
First
job
down,
of
Raiders.
reading the screen. But you can't hold on to Ashton Jeanty. Like, you can't go grab him. He did a good job of realizing that he shook off, but he went and gave Ashton Jeanty a bear hug in the middle of the field.
It's kind of a good plan.
You can't do it in front of the official.
Zach Pickens, 3rd-round pick of the Bears a couple years ago. Been on the Chiefs practice squad most of this year. Today is his 3rd game of the season. So a fresh set of downs after the holding call. Raiders on their own 18. McConnell's under center. Play action, settles down the middle of the field. Caught at the 32 and drilled. Trey Tucker held on the right numbers. Noah Williams bearing down. It's a pick of a 14 and a first down.
Let's go.
In Aiden O'Connell's 2nd completion of the season.
Yeah, they're right back on the ball. Nice job of making a big catch. Was Tucker in traffic.
Empty set for O'Connell. Jeanty slot right. Comes up firing. Trey Tucker. And, oh, man, he sailed it over his head. And Christian Fulton did a nice job holding up because he could have absolutely laid out Trey Tucker right in front of Pete Carroll on the left sideline.
Yeah, I saw what Aiden O'Connell was looking at. He saw that Fulton was about 9 yards off in his coverage. And so once the ball was snapped, Aiden O'Connell threw it, but that ball's on the right hash. If you're not John Elway, you got to fire that ball in there. If he hangs in the air, that's how Fulton was able to come back from 8 yards of depth and hit Tucker right as that ball almost arrived.
Well, Tucker's 5'8". He needed to be 6'5" to catch that football. Alex Bachman in the ball game. He's slot left side.
I'm not too sure. Possibly later on.
Line with a push out to the 39. 7 yards. Genty now today up to 12 carries and 55 yards.
No, it's a simulation, bro.
Is on. Let's see, do some math here. 112 minus 55. Yeah. He needs 57 more yards for 1,000 in his rookie season.
Yeah, that's a great.
Not good, Tony.
A lot of players,
Not good, Tony.
Fans start to realize it as this number starts to decrease in terms of getting to that mark you mentioned.
They're down in 3 for the Raiders. 4.5 to go first half. 3-3.
We need John Mateer, right?
Back to throw.
Might draft John Mateer.
Oh, Lockett can't bring it in at the 45. And he's slow to get up. Christian Fulton shoved him into the sideline. And Lockett is still down with Pete Carroll and the training staff looking at him. He's in the bench area.
This was a great throw from Aiden O'Connell, but what happens is an unbelievable effort by Tyler Lockett that kind of left him vulnerable because he kind of let his body just go. And as he was trying to come down with the football, it looked like his shoulder and his elbows came down first.
Well, and he is out of bounds, but he's in the white as they're looking at his upper body. It looked like his elbow, Kirk, came down. Hit the turf first.
Yeah, was unable to brace himself on that fall down to the ground as he was trying to corral that football.
Tyler Lockett is in his 11th season out of Kansas State. Was with Pete Carroll his entire career in Seattle. Last week had his first career Raiders touchdown in the back of the end zone. He is back to his feet, and he is going to walk over to the blue tent. They're taking a look at his right side, right underneath your rib cage. So they're looking in that area is where he is kind of holding his
hip area.
Yeah. So it'll be 4th and 3, and A.J. Cole's on to punt it away. He gets the snap, he gets the right leg into it, and he drives a spiral back inside the 10. Rashard Smith waves his arm. Fair catch called for at the 8-yard line. So 53 on the punt, nothing on the return. 3-3 or score.
I don't think we're going to get a touchdown in this game, Christina.
And the reality, too, here, Kirk, is...
Man,
and you look for the
both these
lining.
offenses are so bad.
The Raiders played really well in Houston, had a chance to win that game. Right. There have not been a lot of chances to win football games since Thanksgiving. And unfortunately, that has been the reality for this team. But there are wins to be had this year.
Absolutely.
That wouldn't have been 2 and 14, whatever it is going to be at the end of today.
We can go down the list of games that you felt that the Raiders
nice.
actually were snatched out of the jaws of victory. Right?
Run a fake field goal for me.
On a failed 2-point conversion or a blocked field goal against the Bears.
Oladokin hands it off. Rashard Smith cuts it back across the crane. And he's out across the 15, out to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 8. Now, it was the Bears game. It was week 4. Raiders had gotten blown out in Washington. Came back here, and the defense was so good. I mean, you think 3 first-half turnovers by the Raiders, and the Bears had 6 points.
Max Crosby had a Hall of Fame jacket type of day. He's knocking balls down and sacks, and yet he came all the way down to a field goal and was blocked in regulation.
And Raiders ran for 240 yards in that game. Who would have thought they'd finish last in the NFL this year? Another run play trying the right side. And it's about a yard short of the marker. 3.5 to go before halftime in a 3-3 game. You go to week 5, Indianapolis blown out, but then week 6 didn't play well, beat the Titans. As bad as it could have gone in Kansas City, but you come out of the break and, other than an NFL record 68-yard field goal by the Jaguars, they held them scoreless. Yeah. But the offense has just been such a problem all year long, and it was a 6-3 game going to the locker room. 3rd down and 1. Oladokin's in a pistol. He brings 2 tight ends next to him. He's got Dameon Pierce in the backfield. Oladokin keeps it himself. He's tripped up behind the line, but he hops forward, and he does have the first down. It was the second effort Tyree Wilson got his ankles, but he was able to keep his balance to get maybe a half yard more, and he's right there near the marker at the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I would love to take another look at this, and right now Devin White is saying it's
they say Raiders football.
On the field is a fumble recovered by Las Vegas. First down.
Darian Porter came away with it. I wonder, Olajoki, I thought he was down. The question is, did he put his hand on the ground before anything touched him? Yes, that's true.
That's a fumble. That's a fumble. His wrist hit down first. Remember, that is not a body part. The wrist is part of the hand. If it was a forearm or a knee or a shin, that would have been down by contact. But that, all turnovers are go to review. But from my look at it right now, I think that's more of a wrist. That is not a true body part that goes down to the ground. That is a fumble, because that ball was moving, recovered by the Raiders. Unbelievable effort again by our first half MVP, Tyree Wilson.
Well, that is his... Well, they're going to give the forced fumble to Devin White on the score sheet. In the stat book, they're giving it to Devin White.
Number 70, as reported, is eligible. Number 70 is eligible.
I think they got to change that.
Yeah, they'll change that. They have to change that, because that was created by the tackle from Tyree Wilson. Tyree hit him first, and the ball was already coming loose before Devin White even got a hand on him.
Yeah. Well, that's just for stat keeping for now.
Oh, that's
At the
a big
moment,
thing right now.
Raiders inside the 20. They'll start in the red zone on the 18-yard line. O'Connell is under center, 2 tight end set, 1 each way. The snap, handoff Genty, trying to pick his way, and he's got nowhere to go. He fumbled the football.
Damn.
At the 19-yard line, and the Chiefs are on top of it.
Now, there is a flag down.
It came in from the secondary, but at the moment, one play after the Raiders get the takeaway, they give it back.
And they're going to call holding on the defense.
Here's Greg Wilson.
Defense
Saved
number
by
99.
penalty.
That's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Jerry Tillery.
That's what created that runway, that path for the tackle. So Tillery's holding an offensive lineman. And when you're holding an offensive lineman, it looks like Antonio Mafi, he's holding him so that Nick Bolton can come up and make the play.
The reality is, Nick Bolton didn't make the play. It was someone else, so it wasn't necessary, but especially the downs will take it. Shotgun for O'Connell, first and 10 at the 13. Hand off to Genty, stutters at the 10, lowers the shoulder at the 5, over Brian Cook. That's an 8-yard run. It's second down coming up.
Sometimes you got to BYOB, baby. Be your own blocker. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, Brian Cook. Like they say, get the kids out the street because they may get run over. That's Ashton Genty bringing the thunder, just going straight downhill. He runs right through number 6, Brian Cook, the safety, almost ran into the end zone.
It is second down, coming up just outside the 5. Might be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Genty's got a solid day here in the first half. He's to the left side of O'Connell, who's in the shotgun. Brings it down, gives it to Genty, hops across the 5, and he's thrown backwards by Tillery and company. He got inside the 5 down to the 4, and that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. A 3-3 ball game. Raiders drive started thanks to a forced fumble inside the 20. Their second takeaway of the half. Can they pay it off? 2-minute warning. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk. Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raiders debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
We're Han Noxby with Noxby Injury Law, here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Noxby won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Noxby at 702-INJURED.
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and reassurance. The belief that our differences aren't that different. and compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Later in the broadcast, we'll announce the player of the game, brought to you by Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. There have been some games this year where that has been tough to pick. Today, you got a couple of really good choices going on. Tyree Wilson on the defensive side and Ashton Jeanty on the offensive side. The latter here, 14 carries, 64 yards. He also has a catch. So 67 yards from scrimmage. He will break the Raiders' franchise rookie record with another 23 yards. He is more than halfway for what he needed today for 1,000. And at the moment, Kirk, the Raiders with a 3rd and 1 on the Chiefs 4 are 4 yards away from taking the lead here and paying off another forced fumble from Oladokun. They break the huddle in the shotgun. Aiden O'Connell, he's got Jeanty to his left. He hands it off to Jeanty, and the Chiefs knew it the whole way. Drue Tranquill, the linebacker, burst through. Kansas City takes a timeout with 1:56 to go. And now the Raiders have a 4th and a full 2 coming up. Gotta go for it.
You got to go for it.
I mean,
but you've known me this whole season.
You hate shotgun runs. You hate the shotgun. Yeah,
I'm not going to talk no more. You call the play. You just call, because you know
that is my job.
No, I know. I'm saying. But you can do that analysis as well. Because you look at me, and I'm furious because it's a 3rd and 1 shotgun run.
Right.
And you don't tell me the Chiefs don't know that?
Yeah.
The Chiefs know that. You get in the shotgun, you limit what you can do in running the football. The Chiefs, they knew what the play was.
There are about to be a lot of boos. Because the timeout is over and the Raiders offense was on the field. You can listen to it.
Yeah.
Here come the boos. They send the field goal unit out.
Go for it.
There's one thing that can. You wanna make Kirk upset? Give me a shotgun run.
Well, Carlson on to try a 23-yard field goal from the right hash. High snap. Good job by Cole to put it down, and Carlson drives it through. So the Raiders add a field goal after the forced fumble. And look, you want to win the football game, you do take the lead. It was a full 2 yards. The Raiders have been rough in the red zone all year long. So all those things, and they have been for 3 years, not just 1 year. But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
It's week 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. You tell me. You're on the sideline. What does that do? If you're on the sideline, what does that do?
Yeah.
You have the lead, but you don't really feel good about it.
I feel you. You gotta go out and go for it on that one. But I'm still back on the 3rd and 1 shotgun run, Jason. I'm not over it yet. Because Steve Spagnuolo, the world champion defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, long time. When you get in the shotgun, Jason, you have one defender, he takes care of the run. The other defender takes care of the quarterback. Everyone else, you're blitzing the gaps, and you're saying there's not a defender or an offensive player who can beat you on a pass play. It just limits you, especially down near the goal line when you're already in a condensed situation.
Ashton Jeanty did fumble on that drive, but it was taken away because of a holding call on the Chiefs. So on the season, he's only lost 1 fumble in his rookie season. Carlson into his trot. He drives the kickoff all the way through to the back of the end zone. And so it'll come out to the 35-yard line. And, usually Carlson kickers this year, Kirk, have been getting about a 3-yard windup.
Right.
He was about 10 yards back, so you knew he was driving that all the way, like the olden days. but look, Pete Carroll has been looking at this team.
Right.
The defense is playing as well as it has played in weeks. They have held the Chiefs so far here in this game to 54 yards. They have forced 2 takeaways. So he's looked at that defense and seen what they've done. So I get you want to take the lead.
Correct. And you still have 3 timeouts, and you get the ball to start the second half.
Oladokun in the shotgun. Smith to his right. He's back to pass. He's looking left. He pumps. He pulls. Now he escapes the pocket out to his left. Flag flies out across the 40, and he steps out of bounds past the 45. If it holds, it's an 11-yard scramble out to the left, but this was thrown in the area of holding.
Yeah, they were
Holding.
again, 72.
Offense, number 72. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
That is Chukwuebuka Godric. Again, the International Pathway Program, his 3rd career start in his 3rd year out of Nigeria.
Yeah, Jafari Harvey was the guy who was the one who got held on that play. Malcolm Coates also with a nice little rush. But this backs the Chiefs up to 1st and 20, and now Pete Carroll will think about using all 3 of these timeouts, and a good situation here for the Raiders to possibly get the ball back before the half.
Who also deferred, won the toss. Raiders will get the ball to start the third quarter. So yes, all those go into the decision again. The reaction of the boos and all that, you understand it because you're so close to the end zone. Oladokun sets up the screen. Kareem Hunt, he's got blockers in front, out back to the 35, and he spins his way forward out to the 38-yard line. So we got all that yardage back. And there's an injured Raider down at the 36. It's Isaiah Polamau who's grabbing his left shoulder. Raiders' third leading tackler on the season tried to make the tackle on Kareem Hunt, and he is on his back.
Requires a timeout. Timeout, Las Vegas.
So the Raiders will be charged their first timeout with the injury to Polamau.
Please reset the game clock to 1:31. Thank you.
Yeah, and you look like Kirk. He went up to make the tackle with his left arm spread open.
Yeah.
And kind of, grabbed it immediately.
Yeah. So you're thinking on that left shoulder area. So multiple things. The labrum, the tricep, bicep injury, anything that you can have with that arm extended. And I'll tell you, this is one of those things too that I hate as a player. I'll be honest with you, Jason. You get to the final game of the season, you want to get through this thing healthy. A lot of guys want to go into an off season and you plan your off season about, I want to get stronger, faster. I want to, watch more film and do all that. You don't want to go into an off season. The first thing that you're doing is rehabbing.
Yep.
It takes away a lot from your off season.
The training staff, as they walk Polamau back to the near sideline, they are holding his left wrist close to the vest. So Isaiah Polamau, you assume Kirk will be taken back into the locker room. They're keeping his elbow in place. He's holding his wrist. The training staff is holding his elbow, and he's grabbing at his shoulder. So all of that all the left side,
all the left side. Yep.
So they'll walk him back, you assume, into the locker room, get some x-rays. Isaiah Polamau, in his 4th year, undrafted free agent out of USC, signed a contract in the offseason and started.
Hey, what's up, Deborah?
A couple of interceptions, so he'll go to the locker room. So now your safety.
Raiders winning 6-3 right now.
Remember, Jeremy Chin was put on IR a couple weeks ago. So 2nd and 7, out of the timeout, 1:31 to go. Raiders leading 6-3 here in the second quarter. Jalen Royals motions back to the right side in the slot. Oladokun the snap. Comes up firing. The screen right side for Rashard Smith. Nice play on the outside, and Stokes drives him back at the 35. Tackle for a loss. He got outside the block. Dropped him for a 3-yard loss.
Nice job by Stokes, and I think even more, I thought he almost dragged him out of bounds too, which would have been even better for the Raiders, would have saved him a timeout, but just a heady play by Eric Stokes. Tremendous tackle.
Yeah, it's an ugly game.
Keeping him up so the rest of the guys can come through. Almost even got him out of bounds.
Pete Carroll calls that second timeout with 1:14 on the clock. You asked that question of, all these guys this year, Kirk, playing. Look, the guys under contract for next year, you're talking about Butler, obviously Max Crosby, but that situation has gotten a lot of publicity over the last couple of weeks. Jeremy Chin's got a year left on his deal. But there are a lot of players, other than the rookies who will play, that we don't know what their status is going to be for next year.
Yeah, you don't know. And that's the unknown part of it.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Nina?
Done over the next couple of weeks is this Raiders organization will definitely see some changes.
Almost called you Niner.
They are 2 of 8 today here on 3rd down and a half. Kareem Hunt, the tailback to the left of Oladokun. Raiders have done a lot more blitzing today. We'll see. Here they come. Chiefs block well. Oladokun escapes left side. Wide open man caught at the 40. Noah Gray leans forward. First down. Lonnie Johnson makes the tackle at the 47. But Gray was wide open in space on the far side of the field, and now we're inside of a minute, and the Chiefs have a fresh set of downs.
So that was all Oladokun. Give him a ton of credit. Be able to stay up, scan, and find an outlet.
Gets the shotgun snap. Raiders with some pressure. He escapes, presses the pocket, points and fires. Near side caught. Juju Smith-Schuster. And Green Vance escorts him out of bounds into the near sideline at the 48. Picks up 6. Clock stops. 44 seconds to go before halftime. And the Chiefs coming up with a 2nd and 4.
Oladokun in a nice little rhythm too now, right? Made a nice little throw, completion. You mentioned Gray, who made the play and got the yardage needed for the first down. And
this is Madden 26.
This is going to be a game that's going to be won by the Chiefs if they get him on the run, get him on the move, seem to be more confident and more comfortable out of the pocket.
Oladokun 10 of 16 for 56 yards. Sacked a couple of times as well. Kareem Hunt goes in motion to the far side of the field. Oladokun is just backpedaling, gets away from Wilson, runs into his own man, he's sacked!
God, he's bad.
Hemingway!
We're terrible, dude.
Week has a sack. The rookie out of South Carolina drops him back at the 39-yard line for a loss of 13, and the Raiders take their final time out of the half.
Young rookie gets his third sack of the season. Remember, he didn't start most of the game, but he didn't play most of the first half of the season. He's really came along on the second part of the season. So when a lot of people say, when you look at this rookie group, this guys, all the drafted players, he's one of those names that you can see get better and better as the season has gone on.
Today is his 9th game of the season. Active now 5 straight. And 3 sacks in those 5 games. So 3rd and 15. If the Chiefs choose to run it here, they can run out the first half clock. Raiders are out of timeouts. See if Oladokun puts it up in the air. Yes, he is. Raiders with pressure up the middle. Fires a wide receiver screen. It's caught at the 40. Jalen Royals. And spun down immediately on the left hash mark by Greedy Vance. They picked up 3. Raiders are out of timeouts, and the Chiefs don't have to snap it again.
They don't even send the punt unit out, so that's the last play of the half.
Everybody's just going to walk it back, unless Andy Reid wants to take the timeout with 1 second and throw a Hail Mary. The Chiefs are now slowly starting to walk it back to the locker room, and the Raiders will head to the locker room with a halftime lead. It is 6-3 here against
It's a barn burner. It's a shootout. 6-3 at the half.
And they'll get the ball, Kirk, to start the second half.
Last time Raiders had a halftime lead. We'll research it during the break.
Did we lead in Houston? I'm not sure. 2 weeks ago.
I've never seen 2 teams try to lose so bad.
Hard to remember. That's what this season.
The Raiders don't even need to lose. They got the number 1 overall pick.
To move the ball offensively.
Go out of tank mode now.
Yeah. See what the second half presents us.
My gut tells me that it was Jacksonville, but I don't remember. End of the first half. Tim Cates back on the other side. You're listening to Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk.
You enjoy your yard year-round, so get a head start on spring and a boost in a lush landscape by planting plants and
What's up,
bushes now.
Lorenzo?
California Landscape Supply has everything you need: soil,
Hey, you
pavers,
guys are gonna
bark, and
beat
rock,
us.
trees, shrubs, and winter flowers. Even
Finally
fire
gonna
pits
beat
keep
us
you
in
cozy
Vegas.
and warm. If you're dreaming about that yard, it's at California Landscape Supply. Pick it up or have it delivered. Visit California Landscape Supply at 4107 Morgan Road in Ceres.
Dreams come alive at California Landscape Supply.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Oladokun.
Businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Oh boy, Harleys, and more Harleys. Tired of being scammed on the internet? Visit Nationwide Fleet Power Sports in Lathrop, where you can deal direct with the owners face-to-face with over $1 million worth of used Harleys in stock and ready to be sold. They have on-site financing available. Your next Harley is sitting on their showroom floor. They beat everyone's prices. You ready to take a ride? Come see your friends at Nationwide Fleet Power Sports off Highway 5 in Lathrop. Nationwide-fleet.com. That's nationwide-fleet.com.
This is your Raider Nation station on 104.1 The.
Here's Tim Cates.
That time inside Allegiant Stadium, the Raiders with a 6-3 lead over the Kansas City Chiefs. First time the Raiders have led at the half since week 9. against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around a very busy
Yeah.
Week 8.
Well, that was at Arrowhead.
Of the regular season playoff scenarios.
I'm talking about all time in Vegas. The Chiefs have never lost.
And the Chargers. No
Mahomes actually never lost in Oakland either.
Uh-oh.
Lance in the shotgun. Denver rushes 4. Lance in the pocket, throws a caution route, deflected and intercepted. Intercepted and down the west sideline. This is going to be inside the 15, inside the 10, and that is a touchdown for Jaquan McMillan. 45-yard touchdown return.
Broncos radio at the call, a pick 6 return for the touchdown. Broncos lead the Chargers 10-3. A Broncos win, and they get the first seed in the AFC. In Foxborough, they're at the half. Patriots lead the Dolphins 17-10. A Pats win, they get the number 2 seed in the AFC. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, the Rams a lot to play for in the NFC playoff picture, taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Matthew Stafford, 42 touchdown passes on this season coming into today. They get number 43.
Shotgun snap, fake the handoff, throw the fade right side. Puka reaches up and pulls it with the right hand. Touchdown Puka, touchdown LA on his head. Puka Nacua scores it, and the ball don't lie.
Rams radio at the call. Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua capping off an 18-play, 74-yard drive. 8 minutes off the clock. Rams lead the Cardinals 16-6, a win, and they get the 5 seed in the NFC. Speaking of the NFC, Soldier Field in Chicago, Lions shutting out the Bears 13-0. This is big because the Chicago Bears need to win to secure the number 2 seed. If they lose and the Eagles win, Philadelphia will get the 2 seed in the NFC. Earlier today in Atlanta, Falcons beat the Saints 19-17. That means Carolina clinches the NFC South for the first time since 2015. Big game in New York. Giants and Cowboys. The Giants down early, but rally to take the lead.
Ball on the left hash mark at the 29-yard line. 3rd and 16. And Dart under pressure. Flips it. Bellinger makes the catch. Middle of the field. 25-20. There he goes. 10-5. Touchdown on the near side. Jackson Dart just made something out of nothing, and it turns into a 29-yard touchdown pass.
Jerry Recco on Compass Media Networks. Jackson Dart, one of his 2 touchdown passes. Giants beat the Cowboys 34-17. Meaning the Raiders get the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. In Houston, Texans over the Colts 38-30. Houston clinches the
You guys got the number 1 overall pick.
In Cincinnati, a
Don't need to lose this game. Come on, give us the 9th overall pick, please. Give us the top 10 pick, Las Vegas.
There it is! Myles Garrett, sack number 23, the new single season sack king, and the Browns defense mobs their man at the Cincinnati 45-yard line.
Browns ready at the call. Congratulations to Myles Garrett, sack number 23 on the season. That gives him the NFL single-season sack record, passing Michael Strahan and T.J. Watt. Browns, by the way, beat the Bengals 20-18. Jaguars over the Titans 41-7. 3rd team in NFL history to lose 13 games, and the next year win 13 games. So they clinch the AFC South. In a meaningless game in Minnesota, Vikings beat the Packers 16-0. That's a look around the league coming up on the halftime report. We'll run down the first half stats and the highlights. Raiders lead the Chiefs at the break 6-3. I'm Tim Cates. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk. Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union, the official credit union of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Tim Cates back inside our Silver and Black Studios at the halftime report. Raiders out in front of the Chiefs 6-3. Back and forth they went. First quarter, Raiders 11 plays, 12 yards, 1 first down and interception. Wasn't pretty. Chiefs had a 3-0 lead thanks to a Harrison Butker 36-yard field goal. Kansas City 17 plays, 49 yards, 3 first downs. They had the ball almost 10 minutes in that first quarter. Second quarter, a different story. The Raiders defense really cranks it up.
Doken is under center, and he moves the tight end over to the right side. Straight drop in the pocket. Pump fake. Pocket collapses. Ball is out. Tyree Wilson the sack. It's rolling free near midfield. It's still loose, and J.J. Pegues is on top of it. Tyree Wilson's having a half. The strip sack, and the Raiders take over on the Chiefs 44.
Yeah, Raiders defense getting after Kansas City. Unfortunately, it led to a field goal, not a touchdown. 8 plays, 30 yards later. Daniel Carlson, 32-yard field goal. Later in the second quarter, another turnover on a fumble. Raiders recovered. Great field position, 4 plays, 13 yards. Daniel Carlson again, a 23-yard field goal. So they settle for 3s instead of 7. Getting inside the red zone, Aiden O'Connell, 2 of 7, 17 yards. Kenny Pickett, 1 of 4, 3 yards and interception. Ashton Jeanty, 15 carries, 63 yards as he tries to get over the century mark this game. That's it for the halftime report. Up next, back inside Allegiant Stadium for the final half of the regular season.
Appreciate
Raiders
that like.
lead the
Thank you
Chiefs
guys.
At the break, 6-3.
Thank you guys for 30 likes.
Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk. What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located in Jamestown, just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1.
Score 6-3 Raiders. Sahar.
Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-466-9625. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-466-9625.
Toyota Thumb is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Hurry in to get a low-cost lease on the 2026 Corolla or the 51 MPG all-hybrid 2026 Camry. Or choose the fully redesigned all-electric 2026 BZ and get 0% financing plus $3,500 finance cash. These are the deals you've been waiting for. Toyota, let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction. Ends 1/5/26.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-smoker can get $1 billion of coverage for
Hey, what's up,
$75
Regina?
per month level rate for 10 years, or a man age 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 coverage for a month premium of $110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At Term Busters, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call Term Busters today for a quote at 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Rate and availability may vary by state. Sample quotes based on preferred non-smoker. Underwriting and exam required. Call 1-800-908-7636 for details. Paid for by Robert Levinger, insurance agent.
Now, let's get back to Las Vegas Raiders football on 104.1 The Hawk. Football.
Now, let's rejoin Jason Horowitz and Kirk Morrison back out at Allegiant Stadium.
Kirk and I were right. Last time the Raiders had a halftime lead, week 9. In this building, they led 6-3 against the Jaguars. Same score. Here, week
November
18.
2nd. November 2nd.
That's right. Week 9.
Yeah.
You're right.
November, so 2 months. It's been 2 months. I can still say Happy New Year, right?
And it's the same score, by the way, 6-3.
Yeah.
Instead of a touchdown and a missed extra point, this 2 field goals, a couple of takeaways. Neither team with 100 yards of offense. Raiders outgained the Chiefs 81-72. And no, you can't still say Happy New Year.
It is. Look,
It's January 4th.
It's January 4th. It's still, I haven't seen some people in the New Year yet. Like today was like the day, like, hey, Happy New Year. But after today,
I thought Larry David said yesterday's the last day.
No.
It's today.
if you haven't seen a person in the New Year, I think you have a 5-day grace period.
But you can call them, you can text them, you can FaceTime them.
But you know, some people, you don't necessarily have their number. It's more like, oh, what's up, big dog? Happy New Year. You know?
Don't have their number and don't know their name. Harrison Butker lobs the opening second half kickoff down the left sideline. Zamir White comes out across the 20. Zamir White across the 30. Bounces off a tackler. And Zeus out to the 40-yard line in the arms of Jack Cochran. That opening kickoff brought to you by Modelo. A reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo. Mark of the fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Well, Kenny Pickett started the ball game, was 1 for 4, 3 yards, a pick on his first pass. Aiden O'Connell came in after the third drive. He was 2 of 7 for 17 yards. Ashton Jeanty at 63 on 15 carries. And he starts this second half in the backfield. Raiders working left to right. O'Connell under center. Chiefs with a blitz. A bootleg for O'Connell. He's pointing. He's lobbing down the right sideline. He's trying to bear over his shoulder catch and brought down on the Chiefs' 36-yard line. That was beautiful for 23 yards.
You couldn't loft the ball any better than Aiden O'Connell. What he did was he put the ball
lot better
out
than
there
Pickett.
and allowed Mayer to go run underneath it. He couldn't just throw it to him because of the great coverage by, looked like Tranquil that was right there.
Yeah, Cooper McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald. It was actually a better throw because he hadn't let Michael Mayer run underneath it rather than putting it on him.
And Cooper McDonald, undrafted free agent out of TCU. So 1st and 10 now on the 36. Longest play of the day for the Raiders in a false start.
Damn.
False start. Offense. Number 81. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, something else we have to look up, Kirk.
Exactly.
The first accepted penalty on the Raiders comes in the third quarter.
Oh, is it?
We have a first half
I didn't know.
penalty this year.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe this,
Spot statistician Casey's going to look that up.
There we go.
Yeah, a lot to work on here, Casey. 1st and 15 on the Chiefs. 41, 6-3 Raiders. Thomas and Mayer both in the game on the right side. Carter Runyon, a third tight end to the left side. A snap. It's a handoff to Tucker, working left to right. Gains his balance, picks up about 3. Brought down by Cooper McDonald. Trey Tucker with that carry has 11 rushing attempts now on the season.
Good to see that Tyler Lockett back, too. He was on that first snap to start this half. Now enters the game here on a second down play.
Now, Aiden O'Connell making his first appearance of the season. The injury in the final preseason game, it's why they traded for Kenny Pickett. The handoff to Jeanty, cuts it back across the middle to the 35, and he stood up right there. Forward progress closer to the 34.
Is it?
3rd down and 8 coming up.
Is it Madden?
2 minutes into this third quarter. Raiders trying to snap a 10-game losing streak and avoid a franchise record 15th loss on the season. O'Connell breaks the huddle in a shotgun. He's got 3 receivers stacked left. Tucker, Bash, and Lockett. Michael Mayer is standing up.
Score
on the right side of the
6-3
line.
Raiders.
Bolton showing blitz. He backs out. They bring 4. O'Connell steps up in the pocket, tucks and runs at the 30, and he dives forward, but he dived forward short. Now they mark him at the 27.
It's not going to be a first down.
He dove face first. And he didn't get the first down.
Yeah, he didn't. I'm not sure what kind of slide this was, like an old barrel roll.
But wait a second, because he didn't slide feet first,
yes.
Don't they mark him when he's touched?
No, he gave himself up.
Score 6-3 Raiders. Raiders have the ball.
Giving himself up, and so as soon as he hits the ground is when he goes down, and that's where they're going to mark the spot at.
I'll take your word for it, because he dove face first. Well, sort of. 4th down and inches. Toss play left side. Jeanty to Bolton. Does not get there.
Damn.
Ashton Jeanty ran right into the Chiefs middle linebacker, and he lost a couple of yards on 4th and inches. So Aiden O'Connell,
Raiders turn it over on
not
downs.
realizing he needed an extra yard or so, cost
One
the Raiders
touchdown, this
points.
game was over.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He's just got to keep moving. He dove. He gave himself up. And that's where the 4th down play comes in. And that pitch play to Jeanty just hasn't worked on 4th down this year.
I still think it was a bad spot. Doesn't matter. Chiefs get the ball back. Timeout on the field. 11:44 to go, 3rd quarter. You're listening to Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk.
Toyotathon is on, and you know what that means. Unbeatable deals on your favorite fuel-efficient Toyota models. Hurry in to get a low-cost lease on the 2026 Corolla or the 51 mpg all-hybrid 2026 Camry, or choose the fully redesigned all-electric.
No, I wish I could do that.
And get 0% financing plus $35.
They gotta find some way that you can like make it to the game as Madden. That'd be cool.
Best to buyers with premium rated credit. Cannot be combined with other offers. Finance cash must be applied to transaction. Ends 1/5/26.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling
Let's go Raiders.
Programs that could save you thousands.
I'm a
if you
Chiefs fan,
qualify.
but I want
No
the
one
Raiders
knows
to
these
win.
programs better than the experts
I
at
need a
Optima
top 10
Tax
pick,
Relief.
man.
Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-749-8188. 800-749-8188. 800-749-8188.
You know why he got injured is because we don't have a running back. He's having to get out of the pocket and he's trying to have to run for yards and he got injured.
Central Valley and Foothill communities for all of your air conditioning and heating needs. They set the gold standard when it comes to service.
You don't have an
sales, and
offensive
quick
line
turnaround.
either that
From
could protect
residential
him.
to commercial, Ragsdale's has decades of experience and specializes in customer
Finally
service.
caught up to
From
us.
simple repairs to new systems, Ragsdale's Heat and Air has got you covered. Give them a call today at 209-633-6332. That's 209-633-6332. Ragsdale's Heat and Air, locally owned and operated.
You're listening to Las Vegas Raiders football on 104.1 The Hawk.
Chiefs take over, 11:44 to go, 3rd quarter. Raiders 6, Chiefs 3. Raiders stopped in a 4th and half yard. So Chris Oladokun takes over here for the Chiefs, and he turns to Shane Buechele, not
Buechele.
Fires left side. Hollywood Brown
Oladokun out of this football game. Chiefs going with the Buechele.
The 28-year-old out of SMU was an undrafted free agent by the Chiefs in 2021. Been with the Bills the last few years, now back to the Chiefs. Signed to the active roster from Buffalo right before Christmas with the injuries to Mahomes and then Gardner Minshew. And so today, in his first career game, that was his first career NFL throw, and it's a 1st down throw. He's under center on 1st and 10 on their own 37. Turns, hands, and Malcolm Koonce in the backfield, making a stop right at the
Let's
line
go.
on Rashard Smith. Nice job of Malcolm Koonce.
2-yard loss.
But Malcolm Koonce came off immediately, and he's holding his shoulder.
Yeah, they
down.
suck,
That
but
right
we need
shoulder
him
right on.
to win today.
Yeah, he's got the quarterback on that play, but once he reads that the quarterback doesn't have the football that he's handed off, redirect and go make a play, he was able to do that and got a tackle right there for a minimal gain.
So if Oladokun's day is done, 11 of 17 for 58 yards.
Oh,
Lost 2
God.
fumbles
11
on
of
sacks as
17 for
well.
58
Oladokun back to
yards.
throw. Quick fires, has Kelsey, and he's wrapped up immediately on the 43-yard line by Devin White.
There's Kelsey. It's supposed to be his last game. That's his second
Here in his
catch.
first season with the Raiders. They did, by the way, switch it at the half. Tyree Wilson has been credited with both forced fumbles in the first half, as he should have been.
Yeah, we both said that. Like, they just messed that one up. As Travis Kelsey is now the 3rd tight end in NFL history, 13,000 plus yards.
Jason Witten, Tony Gonzalez, the others, and that catch also now passes Terrell Owens for 8th most catches in NFL history. 1,079 career catches. Buechele on third down, escapes to the right out of the pocket. He pumps, he's going to take off. He gives himself up and they mark him short. Jamal Adams was there. He's about a half-yard shy, just like Aiden O'Connell was. And the Chiefs will keep the offense on the field on their own 47-yard line, bringing an extra offensive lineman.
Yep, that ball is just a little bit short. Actually,
he might have gotten it.
He may have gotten it when you take another look at it.
66.
I'll keep an eye on Andy Reid as he's got his left hand possibly on that red challenge flag.
The Chiefs brought in 2 extra linemen.
Sure did.
They bring in Mike Caliendo and Jalen Moore. And they've got Noah Gray as a fullback in front of Kareem Hunt. Fourth down, handoff Hunt. Hole opens up. He's got the first down, and he goes with it out to the 50-yard line. Kept it moving. He picked up 3 yards, and the Chiefs have fresh set of downs right at midfield.
Yeah, they're playing old school power right there. Get a couple linemen in the game, like you mentioned. You pull that left guard, and they come around, and Kareem Hunt just used to running in traffic, just knowing like he's got to get 1 yard, and he got more than that. He got 4.
Chubu Ebuka leaves the field. He was their right tackle, so they keep Jalen Moore in at right tackle. Travis Kelce checked back in. Receiver each way, and Shane Buechele, who is taking over for Oladokin, is under center with a play fake. Tries to settle in the pocket, lobs to the right side for Rashard Smith, one-on-one, and he brought to the turf at the 45. Kevin White was out there waiting for him. It's a pickup of 5, and it'll be second down as we approach 8 minutes in the third quarter. And the Raiders up 6-3.
Yeah, Rashard Smith acted as if he was going to help out in protection, and he did, but it also delayed him going out. And when you're playing zone defensively, you always got to know where the eligibles are, because it was a late leak out of the backfield, helping in protection with Smith, and they got a 5-yard gain on a short pass underneath.
Buechele's in a pistol. Damian Pierce, the tailback. He hands it off, and a big hole through the middle. Rashard Smith, not Pierce, into the secondary, and finally wrestled down at 35-yard line by Lonnie Johnson. Rashard Smith, you talked about his speed earlier. He's showing a lot of that as he's over 55 yards rushing in the day.
Yeah, but when you get multiple blockers in front, it helps you out. You got the left guard.
The one day I want him to lose.
And then you get Noah Gray coming in. So you've got 2 guys that are leading the way. He doesn't need much.
Yeah, they're pretty bad without Mahomes, bro. Well, they were bad with him.
The Raiders have ruled out
Terrible
for the rest of this
without him.
game with a shoulder injury. Fresh set of downs for the Chiefs. By far their best drive of the day. Being led by Shane Buechele, who has Jared Wiley, their 4th tight end, in the backfield with him. It's a run-pass option. He fires down the seam. It's caught by Gray at the 22, right in front of the outstretched
Buechele,
arms.
man, he sparked something in this offense.
And the offense looks different with Shane Buechele than it does with Chris Oladokin.
Yeah, he's got some ties as well. Remember his dad, Steve Buechele, played baseball.
Should have kept Oladokin in, man.
Major leagues. Was also roommates with John Elway, because that ball looked like a John Elway type of throw coming out of a play fake, delivering on time to Gray right in front of Stokes, like you mentioned.
I think Andy knew there was no way we were going to score with him in.
The Longhorns for 3 years before his final 2 years at SMU. Under center, turns and hands it off. Rashard Smith through the first tackle. He fights his way forward to the 20. A lengthy drive on a day where we haven't seen lengthy drives. About to be the 10th play of this Chiefs drive that took over on their own 27 after a 4th down stop. And this drive has lasted nearly 5.5 minutes. It's Raiders 6, Chiefs 3, inside of 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jamal Adams trots off the field. Darnay Holmes comes on as an extra defensive back. Stokes and Porter at the corner spots. 2nd and 7 for Buechele, is out of the shotgun, just in the red zone. Low snap, back to throw. Buechele steps up into the pocket, hit from behind, gets away from the pressure and picks up a yard. Down to the 19-yard line, Charles Snowden with some of that late pressure. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up for the Chiefs in the red zone.
Yeah, Charles Snowden gets up the field, redirects, and was able to bring him down. Great to see Malcolm Coombs come back into the game for this 3rd down. Seems to be an obvious passing situation.
If I'm the Raiders, double team Kelce right here. This is a situation where you know that the ball's probably going to go to Kelce. He's looking that way.
The Chiefs have lost 5 games in a row. Raiders have lost 10 games in a row. Buechele in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. 5-step drop. Escapes out to his left side. Being chased. A man in his face at the 25. Cuts towards the middle of the field. And now he's still... he spun down and a sack. Tonka Hemingway with his second sack of the day.
Rookie.
A lot of running for Buechele, and Hemingway was
Rookie out of
just the
Michigan.
recipient of where Buechele wound up. It's a loss of 3, and they'll bring on Harrison Butker.
Do they give him a sack for that one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's another sack, but just an effort sack. I mean, Buechele ran about 35 yards just to get a tackle for loss of -2 yards. So they give the sack actually to Tonka Hemingway. That's 2 sacks on the day for Mr. Hemingway.
He has doubled this season total. A 4th-round pick out of South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Just outside the 30, so a
was way
41-yard
off.
field goal. It is right down the middle for Harrison Butker. And with 4:11 to go in the third, we are knotted at 6. A defensive slugfest in the final game of the season. Bunch of backups playing today. Raiders trying to fight their way to the finish line this season with a victory and then the #1 pick. We'll step aside. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Karma Automotive proudly serves as the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. As America's first and only ultra-luxury automaker, from our Cavea 1,000 horsepower Super Coupe to the Rivero, the extended range sedan, Karma blends supernatural innovation with American ingenuity. We are shaping the future of automotive aspiration. For assigned drivers only, reserve your Karma at karmaautomotive.com.
Businesses across the country are committed to getting things back to how they were. Shift 4 is committed to helping them get there. We're the leader in integrated payment processing, making things safer and more secure for businesses of all shapes and sizes, from the neighborhood bar and grill to the biggest resort casinos on the Strip. And now, the proud payments partner of your Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to get started.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
4:11, third quarter. Final 19 minutes and 11 seconds of the season, barring overtime. 6-6 game. Raiders, Chiefs. In a game we have seen 4 different quarterbacks. 2 of them taking their first snaps of the season, Aiden O'Connell and Shane Buechele. The latter getting his first snaps of his career. The kickoff to Zamir White coming down the 20. Has the 25 with a head of steam. And out to the 34-yard line for Zamir White on a 30-yard kickoff return. Your thoughts so far about Aiden O'Connell here in his first game of the season?
I thought he's done well. He ran the offense. They moved the football. I thought that throw to Michael Mayer on the sideline was one of the best throws that we've seen of the season by any Raider quarterback. So I think there's a lot to like here. Just got to find some traction in this running game. And being forced to play in third and long is never okay.
Hasn't taken a sack. Kenny Pickett took 2 on the first 3 drives. O'Connell is under center with Michael Mayer and Ian Thomas both tight to the line. Now Mayer motions out to the right side. Genty the handoff through the middle. Bounces off of Bassa and out to the 37. Picked up 3. The 1,000-yard watch is on. Genty now 44 yards away from 1,000 yards in his rookie season. And, you know, we were talking about this, Kirk, how many running backs have 1,000 yards this year. And I don't know what happened in some of the games today, but heading into the day, 16 different running backs did have 1,000-yard seasons. So you'll probably be in that 17, 18, 19 running backs. But for a team that has struggled to run the ball as much as they have, 1,000 yard might be a good number for Ashton Genty. He gets a second straight carry. It's a toss play right side. Now cuts it all the way back across the field and cannot get away. Mike Dana dropped him for a loss at 35, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. You haven't seen, we haven't seen a lot of toss plays that have worked this year.
Right. That's not his game. His game is downhill, shoulder square. And to me, I know he's got the speed to do it, but just the way that the overreaction by the defense, they just get so many guys to the point of attack. And I don't know if this offensive line can hold up in that type of blocking. They need to just get off and allow Jeanty to find a hole, let him get to the 2nd and 3rd level.
Chiefs showing a blitz here on 3rd and 9. They've got 7 lined up. Now Nick Bolton backs away a little bit. Now here he comes. They run with 5. Jeanty picks it up. O'Connell backpedaling. Nice throw to the sideline. Caught on the far side of the field. Cedric Jackson at the 46. 1st down on a pickup of 11.
Yeah, and it was all because of that Ashton Jeanty block that you mentioned. He didn't get a lot of them, but he got enough of Nick Bolton, who was blitzing. And Aiden O'Connell just faded back just a little bit. You know, like the basketball, they do a fadeaway jumper. He faded back just enough to give him enough space and time. And Jackson with the catch along the sideline.
That backpedal looks dangerous, but a really nice job. And a solid pickup by Jeanty on the blitz. Here they come again. They hand it off to Jackson, working his way to the left side. And Shedrick out to the 49 on a 3-yard pickup. He started in the slot to the right. They snapped it and gave it to him inside of 2 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I like that one a little bit better. It's the same play as a pitch play, but it's different with Cedric Jackson because you've got guys on the outside that are getting different single blocks. The offensive line is blocking forward. He's getting to the outside. When you pitch it, the entire defense reacts.
90 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Raiders, just on their side of the 50. O'Connell in the shotgun. Lockett and Besh split out far right. And a false start.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Caleb Rogers called for the false start. You know, last week, Kirk, there was kind of a weird feeling in this building. You know, both teams 2 wins on the season. Loser with the better chance to get the #1 pick. It was a weird sense listening to the fans about, you know, what they wanted. Raiders didn't play well, got blown out. But today it's different, right? #1 pick already secured with the Giants win today. You feel it, like they go beat the Chiefs. 2nd and 12. O'Connell with a draw play to Jeanty. And he's right into the arms and shoulders of Charles Omenihu, who wrestles him to the turf across the 45. It'll be 3rd down and 10 coming up on what could be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
I mean, Ash Jeanty had a hole to the right that was wide open. He didn't see that the defensive end had ran a big hump around the tackle, that if Jeanty went to the right, he had a lot of open green grass, but just ran into the traffic.
Well, and Charles Grant is in too, so you know you got him playing left tackle. He's done a lot the last few weeks as the extra offensive lineman, but he's in there at left. Couple of changes here for O'Connell. 3 on the play clock. Chiefs with an all-out blitz. He stands in the pocket. He fires. It's caught by Tucker at the 40. Stuck down in between Bolton and Noel Williams. Dives forward to the 39. That was a beautiful throw down the right side. And what could be the final play of the 3rd quarter is a 1st down delivery by Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, he knew that 95 was in the game. Chris Jones. And when he knows 95 is in the game
of the 3rd quarter,
you got to get rid of the football quickly. He sure did on that one to Trey Tucker for the 1st down.
Raiders will have a 1st and 10 coming up on the Chiefs 39. When we come back, we head to the final quarter of the season, tied at 6. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Whether you're courtside or poolside, in a box suite or penthouse suite, on the sideline or a zip line, there's no better place than Vegas to be part of the action. In the arena and out on the town, the loudest cheers, the brightest lights, and the sweetest celebrations. Wherever your night takes you, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Plan your trip today at visitlasvegas.com.
Hey Raiders fans, Jason Horowitz again, reminding you that halftime is a great time to learn more about Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, from the same team that created Buffalo. Come to slot games where you can pick your team, play your team, and put a whole new spin on just win, baby. Check out the Raiders themed slot machines developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor sponsor of the Las Vegas Raiders. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline, 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Raiders football is brought to you by Cox Business, powered by Cox, proud partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Credit One Bank, the official credit card of the Las Vegas Raiders. Coors Light, choose chill, an official beer of Raider Nation. Celebrate responsibly. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. By Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. You in? Must be 21 or over to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Touchdown, Brock Bowers!
At Intermountain Health, we believe life is a circle. May yours surround you with insight, a healthy perspective, trust, and
Who's gonna win this game? Raiders,
the belief that our differences,
Chiefs tied at 6. It's a shootout.
compassion just when you need it most. Life is a circle. May yours help you live the healthiest life possible. Intermountain Health.
Start of the fourth quarter, we welcome you to Las Vegas. Raiders fans, don't let the end of the game put a stop to the fun. Taking into overtime with the world-class performances, music, dining, right here in the sports and entertainment capital of the world. Raiders 6, Chiefs 6. First and 10 at the Kansas City 38. Raiders work right to left. O'Connell is under center. They stretch it right side. Genty trying to patiently pick his way. And they move the pile down to the 35. Picked up 3 yards. I mentioned this towards the end of the third quarter as they finally get him up from under the pile. There were 3 different Chiefs on top of him. He is, I don't know that he's come out in this game. I believe every snap, maybe for one, he has been on the field.
Yeah, we haven't seen Zamir White. Dylan Lobby's just on special teams, so he's getting a workload here.
Dante Thornton split out wide left. Aiden O'Connell starting to heat up a little bit. Had a couple of really good throws in the third quarter. He backs out from under center into the shotgun. 3 on the play clock. Down to 1. They get the snap. He's going to throw. He steps. He fires down the far side of the field. Into the end zone. Broken up.
Damn.
Trey Tucker on the back right pylon. But Jaden Hicks came over the top to knock it away. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Raiders.
Oh, what a play by Jaden Hicks. This ball was on the money, but Hicks just got his left hand right inside of the arms of Trey Tucker. That ball was perfect, but just the ability to get there and just get the hand in it by Hicks just dislodged it from getting to Trey Tucker, and a missed opportunity for a touchdown.
Raiders fans might have been seeing Aiden O'Connell this year. Had he not had that injury in the 3rd preseason game, Aiden O'Connell looks at the play clock and he gets a timeout.
Appreciate that like. Thank you.
And so TV's going to take a break. We will as well. We are 53 seconds into the final quarter of the season. Raiders with a 3rd and 7 coming up. You're listening to Raiders football.
104.1 The Hawk.
When your water stops flowing, trust the pros. Pump Pros. From domestic well water to wastewater and irrigation, we've got you covered. Repairs and new installs for pumps, motors, pressure tanks, control boxes, and more. Our crews are on call day or night with 24-hour emergency service to keep your home, farm, or business running strong. Need new construction? Our expert engineers design and build custom pump stations for any job, big or small. Call 209-250-0530 today. Pump Pros. We keep the water moving.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There is a tremendous price war in the term life industry. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past few years. For example, a man age 45 non-smoker can get $1 billion of coverage for $75 per month level rate for 10 years, or a man age 50 non-smoker can obtain $500,000 coverage for a month premium of $110 level rate for 20 years. That's right, guaranteed level rate for 20 years. If you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well at Termbusters $1,000 and above. If you're looking for a new or replacement term life insurance, call Termbusters today for a quote at 1-800-908-7636. You're probably paying more than you should. Call 1-800-908-7636. Remember, 1-800-908-7636. Rate and availability may vary by state. Sample quotes based on preferred non-smoker. Underwriting and exam required. Call 1-800-908-7636 for details. Paid for by Robert Levinger, insurance agent.
You enjoy your yard year-round, so get a head start on spring and a boost in a lush landscape by planting plants and bushes now. California Landscape Supply has everything you need. Soil, pavers, bark, and rock, trees, shrubs, and winter flowers. Even fire pits to keep you cozy and warm. If you're dreaming about that yard, it's at California Landscape Supply. Pick it up or have it delivered. Visit California Landscape Supply at 4107 Morgan Road in Ceres.
Dreams come alive at California Landscape Supply. This is your Raider Nation station on 104.1 The Hawk.
Jeanty has 20 carries for the fourth time in his rookie season. There was 70 yards rushing in a game just the fourth time in his rookie season. Raiders facing a 3rd and 7 coming up on the Chiefs' 35-yard line out of the timeout with 14:07 to go in the season. Game tied at 6. Aiden O'Connell in an empty set. Quick throw, right side. Jeanty cannot get into space, and he's dragged out of bounds into the far sideline by Ashton Gelati. They came out firing. He lost 2 yards, and Pete Carroll's going to send on Daniel Carlson to try what's about to be a 55-yard field goal.
I mean, just a reaction by the Chiefs. They were all over it, almost as if they expected it. I mean, Aiden O'Connell took the snap and immediately fired it out to Ashton Jeanty, but he had 3 or 4 Chiefs right there in his face.
So Cole will spot it. This, if it's good, will be a season long for Carlson, who is 3 for 6 from 50+ this year.
Come on, Carlson.
Bobenmeyer sends it back. Cole puts it down. The field goal is up, and he drills it.
Let's go!
Carlson is good from 55. And with 13:16 to go in the ballgame, Raiders retake a 3-point lead, 9-6 in a battle of field goals. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk.
All right. It's a beautiful day for football here at the stadium, and we're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, 0 sugar. Now that's a winning combo. Yeah, crisp, refreshing, that hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar, real Coke taste, 0 sugar.
Okay, in Raider Nation, you gotta bring it every day. And the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card from Credit One Bank is built for every day. With cashback rewards on eligible purchases like gas and groceries. So whether you're going to a home game or just filling up the tank on the way home, you're ready to bring it day in and day out with the Platinum X5 Visa Signature Card. Learn more at CreditOneBank.com. Terms apply. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
Introducing the official debit card of the Las Vegas Raiders from America First Credit Union. It's a powerhouse Visa debit card, packed with features, packed with benefits, and packed with silver and black. The Raider debit card from America First is the perfect way to pay and the perfect way to represent Raider Nation wherever you go. Get yours today, exclusively at America First Credit Union and americafirst.com/Raiders. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
Tim Cates back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights. Book now only at Allegiant.com. Denver Broncos trying to get the #1 seed in the AFC. They have got a 13-3 lead over the Chargers, 2:52 to go in the third quarter. In Foxborough, they're starting the fourth quarter. Patriots all over the Dolphins, 31-10 as they try to lock up the #2 seed in the AFC. Out west in Los Angeles, they're going to the fourth quarter. Rams have retaken the lead over the Cardinals, 23-20. Matthew Stafford, 2 touchdown passes. The Rams try to lock in the 5 seed in the NFC. Bears and Lions in Chicago, fourth quarter. Lions lead it 16-8. Go back inside Allegiant. Jason Kirk, guys.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. Bears, one of those teams that, trying to turn it around for a long time. They get the #1 pick, and Caleb Williams looks like the real deal. Jaguars went from 13 losses last year to 13 wins this year. Panthers are in the playoffs. They were one of the worst teams for a 5-6 year stretch from 2019 to 2024. And, again, still a losing record, but they've looked a lot more competitive. So, the future's still out there, and the Raiders are going to have the #1 pick as Carlson's kickoff is a line drive, and it bounces at the 5 into the end zone. Smith drops to a knee, but it did land in the landing zone. So we'll come out to the 20-yard line. 13-16 to go. Neither team with 160 yards of offense today. Raiders 151, the Chiefs 122. Although on their last drive with Shane Buechele, offense was a little bit different than it was with Chris Oladokun.
Looked a little more up-tempo, looked a little more on pace.
A little crisper.
Yeah, I would also say that the way that he delivered the football, you mentioned his first opportunity to really show what he can do. He's taking advantage of his opportunity.
He's 4 for 4 for 33 yards. Mentioned he was an undrafted free agent with the Chiefs, but the last 3 years in Buffalo, he signed off the Bills practice squad. He tosses left side. Rashard Smith trying to get the edge, gets away from Harvey, shoved out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Ronnie Johnson chased him to the far side of the field. It'll be 2nd and 10 after no gain. You know, as so many of the starters for both teams, again, a lot of starters not playing both sides.
Yeah.
Are you surprised Travis Kelce's still out there? Yeah, he's on the bench now. But yeah, he was out there on that first down play.
You know, because all you want to do is speculate. And you're like, why is he playing so much in a game that kind of does nothing for the Chiefs?
Shotgun to Buechele off his back foot. Can't find Noah Gray on the left numbers. He's at the 24-yard line. Devin White in coverage, 3rd and 10.
And here he comes back out there on a 3rd down and long, 3rd and 10. So you have to speculate, is he thinking about retiring? Is it in his mind? And it really, I think it also comes down to Brett Veach and Andy Reid. What's his role going to be if he does decide to return to the team next year?
He is still their leading receiver. Right. At 36 years of age, including today, he's got 75 catches. And he's back over 11 yards per catch. Last year, that was a problem. Here on 3rd down, Raiders with a blitz. Buechele spins out of there at the 5. Hit as he throws, and he fires it 10 yards into the Chiefs bench at the 30-yard line. Might have gotten out of the tackle box. Thomas Booker and Charles Snowden with the pressure. And a 3-and-out forced by the Raiders defense again.
Yeah, it was a bunch of Raiders. It was Booker, all those guys. Booker got the final hit on him. And just a great job by Shane Buechele of finding a way to throw that football out of bounds. He got it past the original line of scrimmage, and there was a receiver in the area. If not, that would have been a big loss for the Chiefs offense.
So eyes on to punt it away for the 5th time today. Bachman standing back at the Raiders' 27-yard line to our right. A high spiral kick that drives Bachman over to the far sideline, catches it over his shoulder at the 21, plants his feet, and then steps out of bounds. 58 on the punt. Nothing on the return. 12:21 to go in a slow-moving 4th quarter. It has been a slugfest. 9-6. Raiders on top. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Rahan Naqvi with Naqvi Injury Law. Here to give you some facts before you pick an injury lawyer. Fact 1. A lot of lawyers say they're the best, but only Naqvi won Best of Las Vegas Gold 11 straight times. Fact 2. Over 1,000 of our cases were referred to us from other lawyers. When other lawyers trust you to handle their cases, you should too. Focus on the facts when picking a lawyer. Call Naqvi at 702-INJURED.
Hey, did you see that game last weekend? It was crazy.
Actually, we were there.
Wait, like in person? How'd you swing that?
Allegiant had a super affordable non-stop flight out there. And with how low the airfare was, buying tickets to the game was a no-brainer.
Hold my beer. I'm going to Allegiant.com right now. Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Experience the game you love at Allegiant Stadium and live your best non-stop life. Visit Allegiant.com to book your non-stop flights today.
You did it again. You made us #1 in USA Today's 10 Best for the 3rd year in a row. You voted Yamava Resort and Casino in San Manuel the best casino outside of Las Vegas for the 3rd time. And Yamava Resort grabbed a first-time win as the best casino hotel. Enjoy the winning atmosphere at one of more than 150 gaming tables, more than 7,400 slot machines, and 5 high-limit rooms. That's not all. Grab a bite at the Pines Modern Steakhouse, voted the best casino restaurant for the 3rd year in a row. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Raiders football brought to you by Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Las Vegas Raiders and the NFL. We'll find out in about 4 months when games are going to be. We know at the moment, Kirk, we now have a sense of who the Raiders are going to play. They will be on the road at New Orleans as that extra NFC team. The Browns will be a road trip out of the AFC North. Raiders will play the Titans in this building out of the AFC South. And then you get the AFC East next year with the Bills and Dolphins coming here. Obviously the AFC West.
Yep.
And NFC West with the Seahawks and Rams coming here as well. And again, who knows, international games, all those things. Raiders haven't had one in a long time.
And then in April, we already know in April, when Roger Goodell goes up to that megaphone and says, the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock.
That'll be in Pittsburgh, the final weekend in April on that Thursday. O'Connell's under center. He gives it to Jeanty. Trying to follow his blockers. He ran into Ian Thomas and lost a yard. Jeanty, 22 carries for 70 yards. The Raiders just 150 yards of offense today. Dalton Wagner was on the field, called up from the practice squad as an extra offensive lineman in his first snap. And again, you know, the first pick, Fernando Mendoza, the Heisman Trophy winner, just took apart Alabama in the Rose Bowl. Indiana will play Oregon in the semifinals this week, and Dante Moore, who has not declared one way or the other, will be opposite of him. Those two guys have already gone head-to-head this year with Mendoza winning in Autzen Stadium. Shotgun to O'Connell. Off his back foot, lobs down the seam, and it's incomplete for Tucker at the 45. He had gotten behind former UNLV Rebel Noel Williams, and it'll be third down and 11.
Yeah, that's it. You had an opportunity. That's two to Trey Tucker, right? Remember the one earlier that was knocked away in the corner of the end zone by Jaden Hicks? And then that one, you've got to put it on him. I know he was trying to lob it and allow Trey Tucker the speed to run underneath it, but that may be one. You got to put that right there on the number 1 on his chest.
Career high this year for Tucker's got 57 catches. Second half of the season, not quite what the first half was. Third and 11. O'Connell as the Chiefs showing blitz. They back out, break 4. Steps, throws. It's incomplete. Lockett dropped it and almost right into the hands of Williams. Noel Williams should have just had his first career interception. And if he picked that off, Kirk, he would have taken it back for a 27-yard touchdown.
Just opportunity that you got to put that ball right in front. That ball is behind him and right into the arms of Williams, like you almost mentioned. Could have been an interception, but that's a 3 and out. An opportunity to really take control of this football game, and they go 3 and out. Run, incompletion, incompletion. And that's kind of been what the offense has been this year, just the inconsistency to maintain long drive in spells during games.
J. Cole gets the punt away, a high booming spiral at angles to the right side of the field and bounces out of bounds right in front of Travis Kelce at the 28-yard line, and that is where they will spot it. Chiefs take over. Timeout on the field. 11:24 to go. Hopefully TV's out of timeout soon because they're taking one every 60 seconds of game action. 9-6 Raiders on top. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Raiders football is brought to you by Karma Automotive, the official luxury electric vehicle of the Las Vegas Raiders. Taste the spirit of aloha. Kaloa Rum, the official ultra-premium rum of the Las Vegas Raiders. Drink responsibly. Experience the future of payments with Shift4, the official payment partner of the Las Vegas Raiders. Visit shift4.com to learn more.
Whether you're courtside or poolside, in a box suite or a penthouse suite, wow, on the sideline or a zip line, there's no better place than Vegas to be part of the action. In the arena and out on the town. The loudest cheers, the brightest lights, and the sweetest celebrations. Wherever your night takes you, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas. Plan your trip today at visitlasvegas.com.
Tim Kids back inside the Silver and Black Studios with the scoreboard update brought to you by Cookie Cutters, haircuts for kids, where haircuts are fun. 4 Las Vegas area locations. Denver Broncos need a win to get the #1 seed in the AFC. They lead the Chargers right now 13-3 in the fourth quarter. In Foxborough, fourth quarter, Patriots all over the Dolphins 38-10 as they look to lock up the #2 spot in the AFC. Meanwhile, in the NFC, the Bears need to win to clinch the #2 spot. They're losing to the Detroit Lions 16-8. The Eagles, they're leading the Commanders 17-10. If the Eagles win, they'll leapfrog Chicago, take the #2 seed, and the Bears will fall down to the #3 seed. Let's go back inside Allegiant. Happy New Year, Jason Kirk.
Thank you, I guess
Timmy.
Tim is right. I guess you can say it on January 4th. Well, signs in this crowd. I saw someone with a homemade towel that's at the number 15 in Mendoza. Some signs, we want Mendoza.
Yes.
Raiders are going to be able to take whoever they want because they do have the #1 pick in the 2026 draft, and they're trying to end the season with a win. Up 9-6, Shane Buechele. Play action, settles into the pocket, floats down the field, and Travis Kelce slow to get over to the left side, incomplete. At the 46-yard line, Jamal Adams and Kelce was slow out of the break. Not a lot of energy there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it's a route in which it's a late developing route. So it's kind of a cover 3 beater, and they're trying to get the ball over the head of Jamal Adams. But Jamal Adams seen that route so many times. He's played cover 3 about as long as any Raider probably has, and he saw it, and that's where you can only put it in one spot, and it was just not there.
Now, this is a tough one in a season of tough games, but at least the Raiders have a fourth quarter lead. Buechele, a straight drop. He fires. It's caught. Oh, and a hard hit by Darnay Holmes, and he spins Jalen Royals to the turf on the right numbers, almost right when he caught it at the 28. 3rd down and 9 coming up.
So 1st down zone, 2nd down zone, and then now Patrick Graham on 3rd down tends to, he's heated up
so far
this
today,
Chiefs offense.
Yep.
So it's been zone, and then here comes the blitz.
Yep.
Can the Raiders get to the quarterback here?
Well, the Raiders have 5 sacks. Hemingway's got 2. Snowden's got 2. Tyree Wilson 1. He's also forced 2 fumbles that the Raiders have recovered. It led to 6 Raider points. Here comes just 4. Buechele hangs in the pocket. He floats down the near sideline. Hollywood Brown adjusts. It's batted into the hands and can't be caught inbounds. Eric Stokes grabbed it, but he had both feet out of bounds off the deflection from Hollywood Brown. He caught the football. He caught Jackson Powers Johnson in his sleeveless tank top, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, so the ball was underthrown. Eric Stokes was running his, look, he knows Marquise Hollywood Brown is a fast wide receiver. So he's running because on a go route, the ball's underthrown. Hollywood Brown gets off with a push, but because the ball was so poorly underthrown that it went off the hands of Hollywood Brown and right into the hands of Eric Stokes on the
Well, if he could have kept his feet in bounds, it would have been his first pick since his rookie year. Ariza booms another one, and Bachman with a late fair catch call, and he goes to his knees to make it at the 13-yard line. 58 again on the punt,
and you know
and nothing on the return.
What's the difficult thing about that, and this is always something I love throughout my career, is that any time that you were going against a team that had a left-footed punter, the team would bring in a left-footed punter for that week to punt to these guys, Alex Bachman and whoever's going to be returning punts. That's why you see
Yeah, I
Bachman
agree with
today.
you, Michael.
He hasn't truly
They're
been
not good at
himself
all,
as a
bro.
returner
This
because
is
the ball comes off differently on a
this is a
left-footed
tough
kick.
game to
Yeah,
even listen to or even watch.
Well, if the Raiders can put together a drive here, it might be able to end the game, but they haven't really had any of those today.
Let's go 80, Ashton.
Aiden O'Connell with the play fake. Clean pocket, dumps it to Genty at the 9, breaks away 1 tackle, far sideline 15, and he hops out of bounds, gives himself up at the 18-yard line, picks up 5. Genty's 2nd catch of the day. So he's up to 76 yards from scrimmage. Said he needed 90 to break Josh Jacobs' single-season rookie record for most yards from scrimmage. It's felt, Kirk, as well as this game has gone on, that they've been trying to get him to that 1,000-yard rushing.
Yes.
Right, needed 112 into the day. First half had 65 yards rushing, but only at 70 here in the game. He's going to need to break one to get to 112. Tucker motions left to right. They do give it to Genty. Through a left hole at the 20, across the 25, spins forward to the 30, and he's brought down on the left hash mark. Right on cue, picks up 11 yards, and he's up to 81 yards on the ground.
No, nice job by Ashton. That thing opened up that left side of the hole. And look, once he's able to get to that second level, It's the second level. He is so hard to bring down. He makes Christian Fulton miss. He's making the safeties miss.
He's
get him there.
2 yards from scrimmage from breaking the Raiders' rookie record. Jacobs has that rookie record. High snap, brought down. Jeanty away from a tackle at the 35, and he's got the record. And
He's got the record against the
Chiefs. Well
Chiefs.
for the offense, Ashton Jeanty, now the rookie record, most yards from scrimmage by a member of the Silver and Black.
Yeah, and if he'll remember that carry, he had to work for it. It wasn't easy. He had to make the first guy miss right there in his face, but he made him miss, and he got the yards needed, and he's into the Raider record books as a running back over 1,000 yards from scrimmage.
94 yards from scrimmage today. Over 1,300 on the season. He is at 87 yards rushing. He needs 25 more for 1,000. Toss play. This time it's here. White gets a block on the right side. Bounces off a tackler 40. First down out to the 41-yard line. Good block on the edge. Looked like Trey Tucker tried to set. And for every Raider first down at Allegiant Stadium this year, America First Credit Union donates $100 to a local charity. Now, a couple of injured Chiefs on the far sideline. Jerry Tillery and Brian Cook are both down on one knee. So the Chiefs training staff is out to look at both of their starting defenders. Tillery is back to his feet, and he's going to walk over to the sideline. I think Tillery might have gotten a hand through his face mask, maybe onto the bridge of his nose or his eyes.
Yeah, it looks like Cook got stepped on.
Yep.
And you never want to do that when you're right by the pile. Got to keep your feet moving. I'm looking at Cook. Yeah, oh yeah, he got stepped on. It was actually Tillery who stepped on his foot. You don't want to get stepped on a cleat, by the way. You get your feet out there and a cleat steps on you. Woo. Yep. I've lost friendships like that, by the way. A lot of friendships from getting stepped on.
Ashton Jeanty, 1,321 yards from scrimmage. He, Josh Jacobs, Brock Bowers, the only three players, Raiders history, with over 1,200 yards from scrimmage in their rookie seasons. O'Connell is under center. Zamir White stays in as the tailback. It's a play fake. O'Connell settles. He's looking. He dumps it short again to check down to White. Right flat. Makes a move at the 45. And Shamari Connor rolls his ankles at the 47. So they take the safe pass for 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4 with 7:20 to go in the ballgame. Raiders 9, Chiefs 6. And Jeanty checks back into the ball game. And again, look, there hasn't been a lot to celebrate, from the offensive perspective this year. So, get the 6th overall pick. We've seen the glimmers, right? You saw the glimpse.
Yeah.
Saw it against Chicago, Houston, so many missed tackles, all those things. Can they get him over 1,000 yards here in the final 7 minutes of the season? It's a run play to Jeanty. Gets a block, has to cut right into the arms of a defender who was just waiting for him. Derek Nottie. Bolton broke through into the backfield, which forced Jeanty to go right. He's 2nd down and 5 coming up. 3rd down, excuse me.
One of those situations, again, it's the hardest yard for him. Just what he needs to get, once he gets through that initial wave of the defense, he's been lethal. Just so difficult to break through that line for Ashton Jeanty.
By the way, they showed Tillery on the far sideline. He's got gauze up his nose. He's got blood streaming down his face. Shotgun for O'Connell. 3rd down and 5. Need to get it across midfield for a 1st down.
I like Michael Mayer here in this situation.
He's in the right side of the line. O'Connell's looking left. He floats into double coverage and nobody home. Besh, the closest receiver at the Chiefs 35, but he was doubled. Christian Fulton and Shamari Connor. And the Raiders will trot out A.J. Cole to punt it away.
And they're just going away from Michael Mayer. I thought he had on the right side. He was all by himself. He was matched up on a safety. Would love that matchup to see if they can get Michael Mayer on a nice little in-cut route.
The Raiders once today have tried a fake punt right around the same spot where we are now. It was a 4th and 6. They got 4 or 5. Didn't get it. This is 4th and 5 from their own 45. They snap it back to Cole. The Chiefs come with pressure up the middle. He gets it away right down the hash marks. It's fielded at the 7. Brashard Smith starts backwards, and great tackle. Cedric Jackson, the gunner, was down to drop him at the 5-yard line. Jackson's got a touchdown late in the season and a solid special teams play there. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification, you're listening to Raiders football. Raiders football brought to you by Allegiant, the official airline of the Las Vegas Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights booked now only at Allegiant.com. 5:56 to go in the season. Raiders 9, Chiefs 6. 1st and 10 from the 6. Handoff to Kareem Hunt, trying to spin his way through the middle, and he spun backwards. Landon Roberts on the tackle. Picked up 1. It'll be 2nd and 9. Raiders, so many streaks here on the line in the negative, trying to snap a 10-game losing skid. Kirk, they've lost 11 straight against the division. That's the 2nd longest in franchise history. All those things on the line today. Trying to avoid a 15th loss for the first time in a season franchise history. Handoff, Kareem Hunt trying to pick his way forward out on the right hash mark to the 9. Tyree Wilson, who's had a really good game.
Yeah, very solid. Solid game for him. He's one of those guys that you look at getting the game ball if they win this one.
Yep.
Unbelievable effort by him.
And the Raiders have a decision with him as well. And, you know, 7th overall pick, you get 4-year contract for a 1st-round pick. Teams get the option for a 5th. They'll have to make that choice coming up here, I believe, by May or June.
Yep. It's usually right around the draft.
Third down and 6. Chiefs today, 3 of 14 on 3rd down. Michelle back to throw. Wilson sacks him in the end zone. Right on cue.
Safety.
Tyree Wilson, the safety. And with 4:37
go.
on the ball game, it's 11-6 Raiders.
Dare I say, Tyree Wilson on a speed rush? On a speed rush on the outside. He just beat the tackle, Godric, and he ran right to Bouchel. We talked about getting knockout hits. That was a knockout hit. Bouchel never saw an outstanding rush by Tyree Wilson, the guy we were just talking about, probably one of his best games as a Raider in his short career.
It may not be probably. It is his best. He is the leading tackler with 6, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, a safety, and that defensive stop brought to you by Coors Light. Official beer of Raider Nation, made to chill. 2025 Coors Brewing Company. Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly. So Butker will have the free kick after the safety. We are going to get on the crack stats team to find out if the Raiders have won a game anytime in the last half century with 11 points. I'm being handed this by my Spider Brian. 2022 season, so I'll give you this in a second. Okay. Butker into the free kick from the 20, puts his entire body into it, and it's all the way back to the 2 with Dylan Laube. Coming up the 20-yard line, and he's stuck at the 23, and he fumbled. Oh, and the Chiefs recover.
Damn it!
It's Jack Cochran. Shame on you, Brian, for handing me a note that said the last time there was an 11-6 finish.
It's like 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You know, you get a positive, you get a safe kick. You just get a regular kick, and then boom, the ball's out. And that's Dylan Laube. Remember, a lot of his returns have been with Zamir White. We've seen Raheem Mostert. And in that situation, you got to protect the football.
Well, Laube has been a very good special teams player all year. He's the one who led the team out onto the field today. Talked about some of the leadership stuff he's picked up the last couple of weeks, but coughed it up there. So the Chiefs down 11-6. Take over for Shane Bouchel on the Raiders 21. Second turnover of the day by the Silver and Black. Bouchel back to throw. Right down the middle, batted at the line and almost picked off at the 12 by Jamal Adams. It left Bouchel's hands. It was tipped up in the air, and Adams couldn't come down with it at the 12-yard line.
Yeah,
Triple team Kelsey. Triple team Kelsey.
You know, you get down into this red zone, he's the guy that they tend to look for and those eyes of Bouchel were locked in on Travis Kelce, and it was just batted away by a Raider defender at the line of scrimmage.
Landon Roberts leaves the field. Vance on for an extra defensive back.
Single everyone else. Single everyone else. Triple Kelce.
Chukwuemeka Godric.
Put a safety on.
Motion Royals over to the left side. Bouchel slips.
Gotta get
Coming
him.
out, and he fumbled the ball. He's
Fumble!
on top of it. Laulu touches him down.
Who gets the sack? It's always the race. The quarterback falls to the ground. Who's the guy that touches him first? He just tripped on, looks like that left guard coming out of the snap.
They're going to have to kick the field goal. If they can't get this, it's third and long.
They give it to Devin White.
Give it Devin
If I'm the Raiders, I play off right now. Don't blitz him. Just rush 3.
They had 29 on the season coming into
Rush
the
3
game.
play
9
off.
for 26, 3rd and 13. 3:45 to go. Bouchel doesn't get the shotgun. False start. They're going to back up more.
Let's go! Give me 5. Give me 5, baby.
False start. Offense. Number 76.
Come on!
Penalty. 3rd down.
That's Kingsley Suamataia, who last
Come on,
year
bullshit,
played left tackle.
motherfucker.
This year he's been playing left guard the whole season. And look, the reality for the Chiefs, you know, Jawan Taylor's been on IR the last few weeks. Josh Simmons was their left tackle. He went to IR in December. Wanye Morris IR, the knee injury in December. Jalen Moore's their 4th tackle. He's been playing, you know, so whatever. But a lot of teams have injuries. Do you take advantage of it? Raiders haven't lately. Today they have. Now it's a 3rd and 18 for Andy Reid and the Chiefs. Here comes Ford. Bouchel dumps it short. Batted at the line again. Thomas Booker got it up in the air to knock it down. And the Chiefs are going to trot on Butker to try a 47-yard field goal.
Just love the way this Raiders defense has kind of caved
Oh,
in.
thank God for that
This
safety.
offensive line of the Kansas City Chiefs, all the rush is about how do you collapse the pocket. They've done it from the outside, now pushing it into the inside, and Thomas Booker getting the hand up, just eyeing the quarterback. If you're not going to get to the quarterback, eye him down, watch the eyes, Booker with the knockdown.
So Butker's kick will come right from the middle of the field, a 47-yard
Come on,
attempt.
Harrison.
He's
Do
2
what's
for
good
2
for the
today.
franchise.
Good snap, good
Miss it.
hold, kick is good.
Fuck!
So 3's on the clock, 3:33 in the 4th. Raiders 11.
Freaking
Chiefs
Colorado Rockies
9.
baseball score.
And if this
Playing in
stat is, if
Colorado.
this is correct, there has never been an NFL game that has ever ended 11-9. So,
Scorigami?
hey, who says there's nothing to play for?
We get a Scorigami? There we go. Yeah, we were pulling the Scorigamis on the board.
Casey and Brian have done an amazing job up here in the booth all year long.
Scorigami, baby.
Raiders 11, Chiefs 9. I mean, I've called, in my short 4 years here with the Silver and Black, a 3-0 loss.
Okay.
A Raiders franchise record, 63 points on a Thursday night against the Chargers. We call the Raiders win in Kansas City on Christmas Day. Where
Hands team, hands team. Watch onside kick.
Quarter. And now we're staring at an 11-9 score and the #1 draft pick.
We could see this in a couple of years. This could be Royals Athletics in a couple of years, by the way.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Down
just
the
giving
street,
you a heads
yeah.
up. Yeah.
Chiefs do not declare an onside kick. They kick it deep to Zamir White, who catches it on the run at the 5. Up the left, number 20, angling to the sideline, and he is shoved out of bounds up to the turf at 26.
2 first downs, Aiden. 2 first downs. I got a top 10 pick.
Chiefs do have
Yeah, top
3
10 pick,
timeouts. Raiders in the second half, really unable to move the football.
Yeah, but this is Ashton Jeanty time. This is the reason why you drafted the young back, 6th overall, out of Boise State. A Heisman Trophy finalist. This is the reason why you draft him in these types of moments. 4-minute offense. Number 2 is getting the football.
They have an extra offensive lineman. Charles Grant's been playing left tackle this whole half. Stone Forsythe comes in an extra offensive lineman. And 2 tight ends. O'Connell under center. They do give it to Jeanty. Tried to burst through the left side. There's not a lot of room. On to the 26. Timeout, Andy Reid. He takes the timeout with 3:20 on the clock. Raiders gained nothing, 2nd and 10. So, you know, you've got 6 offensive linemen. You've got 2 tight ends. You know you're running. Right. They know you're running, and you didn't run.
They just got to find a way to get some push. That's what it is, mano a mano. Just trying to get him to that second level.
Something just tells me
Can
we're
you
going to
get
win
a
this game by
crease
one.
enough to allow number 2 to get into the open field? Here comes another tight end in the game now.
Carter Runyon. And to your point, let's see one as a fullback, right? I mean, you want Aiden O'Connell under center. They don't have Carter Runyon on as a fullback. They've got Carter Runyon and Ian Thomas both with their hand on the ground on the right side of the line. And they Mayer over to the left side. On 2nd and 10, O'Connell with a bootleg to the right. Man in his face, and he dumps it short of Michael Mayer at the 25. Good coverage. Cooper McDonald never left Mayer. He saw it coming the whole way. O'Connell had pressure in his face, and it's 3rd and 10 at the 26.
Yeah, again, I always love when the quarterback presses the line of scrimmage. Once you start fading back, it turns into what could have been an awful play as he tried to
And
throw
the
that
shitty
ball
thing
to
is the
Michael
clock
Mayer along the
stops.
sideline. That was almost
Damn it!
intercepted. So when you're retreating from the line of scrimmage,
Now they got to throw it again.
bad situation. You got to just throw that ball away.
Raiders, 3 field goals. Chiefs, 3 field goals. The difference in the game is a Tyree Wilson safety. 3rd down and 10 for Aiden O'Connell, who's in of relief of Kenny Pickett. Played the whole second half. O'Connell back to throw. Steps up into the pocket. And he is sacked by Chris Jones at the 21. He wanted to escape off the backside, but Jones was there. And the Raiders are going to have to punt this thing away to the Chiefs again.
I think just being discouraged from the first down run being stopped, you would have loved to see try to get the run game going again on 2nd down and at least make the Chiefs have to defend the field. When you get into that 3rd down and long situation, that's why Chris Jones is in the game.
.235 to go. They snap it back to A.J. Cole.
Come on, beat this
Not
motherfucker.
same hang time. Kicks it back to the 23. Brashard Smith trying to get wide to the left side. Gets away from 1 tackle and a second at the 25. Eichenberg stumbles him out of bounds at the 26 on a 56-yard punt and a 4-yard return. So 2:23 to go. Raiders 11, Chiefs 9. Las Vegas trying to snap a 10-game skid, 11-game skid in the division, end the season on a positive, and head into the offseason with whatever questions will be asked, but at least they'll do it with a win. But they've got to get to Shane Buechele here on this final Chiefs drive. Kansas City has 2 timeouts left and a 1st and 10 on their own 26. Oladokin played the first half. Shane Buechele in the second half. Shotgun. Rolls to right, now settles. Takes a shot deep down the field. Hollywood Brown, 8 strike hard at the 30. Breaks away from McCollum and finally shoved out of bounds by Lonnie Johnson at the 20-yard line. Wow, in tight coverage, they just picked up 53 yards.
Yeah, you mentioned it in tight coverage. It was a beautiful throw in between McCollum and Lonnie Johnson. It was the route that was sold by Marquise Hollywood Brown because he acted as if he was going to break to the corner. He actually broke all the way to the post and kept it going. A tremendous job getting all the way across, but a beautiful throw from Buechele.
Shane Buechele had been one of his last 7, and he just hit deep down the field, and the Chiefs are in field goal range. 2-minute warning. 11-9 Raiders. You're listening to the Las Vegas Raiders Radio Network.
The Hawk. Raiders football is brought to you by Allegiant Air. Allegiant, the official airline of the Raiders. Low fares, non-stop flights, only at Allegiant.com. America First Credit Union,
Hollywood
the
Brown
official
and
credit
Chris
union
Jones
of the
have not
Las
showed
Vegas
up.
Raiders. By Coca-Cola
One
Zero
time I don't
Sugar,
even see
the
them.
official soft drink of the Las Vegas Raiders. By Modelo, a reward for those with a fighting spirit. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Import, Chicago, Illinois.
Need better internet? Cox Internet has the fast, reliable speeds you're looking for. Perfect for seamless streaming, gaming, and working from home. And now get Cox 300 meg internet with a 2-year plan, price lock guarantee, plus equipment included. Oh yeah! So get your household up to speed. Switch to Cox Internet today. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee.
Go on. Get a little out there. Travel beyond Nevada's neon glow. Drive where the stars sparkle and the desert goes and goes. Visit a world apart. See some funky art. Find anything and everything in Nevada's heart. Go on, get a little out there. Start planning your trip at travelnevada.com.
Well, with 4:37 to go in this ballgame, Tyree Wilson sacked Shane Buechele for a safety, and the Raiders went up 11-6. And from that point to this point, what you've witnessed is nuts. Dylan Laube fumbled the ensuing free kick kickoff. Chiefs took over on the Raiders 21, kicked a field goal a minute 4 later to make it a 2-point game. Raiders could not pick up a first down. Had to get it back to the Chiefs, and in one play, Shane Buechele with a 51-yard pass has Kansas City with a 1st and 10 on the Raiders 23. And the Raiders only have 2 timeouts left. Run play, left side, Kareem Hunt pushes the pile down to the 20. Timeout, Pete Carroll, 1:55 to go. They can only stop it one more time, which also means, Kirk, because of that, you think maybe you should have taken that timeout before the 2-minute warning. But again, you're not thinking that on that type of play with all that emotion. But also, what that means here is if the Chiefs pick up a first down, they can run this clock out and kick a field goal to win the game.
And you remember the Raiders used their first timeout in this half because the clock was running down.
Yeah,
Remember, Aiden O'Connell had to call timeout as the play clock was going down earlier on what would have been a touchdown drive. They ended up settling for a field goal.
Extra offensive lineman on the field, Mike Caliendo, who is eligible. He is to the left side of their left tackle, Esapole. Kelsey's in the backfield, so too is Noah Gray. Pistol for Buechele, turns it, hands it off to Kareem Hunt, trying the middle, and Eichenberg's on his back. Malcolm Kuntz was first to hit him, spotted at the 17. So 3rd down and 4, final timeout, Pete Carroll, 1:50. So if the Raiders get a stop, they can get the ball back with about a minute to go in this game. But they'll have to get a stop, and then they'll need a field goal to win it.
Yeah, they have to get a stop, but to me, it's one of those plays in which I keep an eye on 87, Travis Kelce. The Chiefs are not afraid to put this ball in the air. A lot of teams will be conservative, hand it off, and let the time run down, and then you probably kick the field goal. I think Andy Reid wants to win this game, and they know converting on 3rd down, maybe with the pass, with the Raiders thinking run, keep an eye on 87, getting him the football on this critical 3rd down.
Now, there is not a touchdown in this game. Raiders 11, Chiefs 9. 1:50 to go in the season. Buechele is under center, Hunt the tailback, Kelsey the tight end all the way to the right side. It is a bootleg right side. Buechele, man in his face.
Got him.
And he's sacked by right at the 23. That was beautifully done. White and Malcolm Kuntz did not bite on the play fake at all. And so the Chiefs will take this down. They'll kick it with about 1:05 to go. And we'll see if it's good what the Raiders can do to try and come back and win. Devin White played well there.
He came out of nowhere. They were trying to get that ball to Kelsey. He was the outside guy. He was running the banana route right behind. Buechele wanted to get him, but it was covered well by the Raiders. And that's where Devin White came through out of nowhere with the sack.
The Raiders have 8 sacks today, including 2 forced fumbles and a safety. They have allowed just 166 yards. And I don't care what quarterback you're playing.
Yeah.
Timeout here, Kansas City. Harrison Butker is getting his steps in. He's lined up about 20 yards away from where they're going to end up snapping this. Maybe more than that. So the Chiefs will put it back from the 23. It's about to be a 41-yard field goal attempt for Butker, who today has been good from 36, from 40, and 47. If Butker misses, the Raiders are going to end the losing streak. If not, they'll have about a minute left to try and win it. James Winchester, the long snapper. Matariza will put it down. From 41 on the right hash mark. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick.
Fuck!
1:01 to go, and the Chiefs, for the first time in the second half, have a lead. Kansas City 12, Las Vegas 11.
In a game with 0 touchdowns, we are here now. We've got 5 field goals and a safety.
7 field goals and a safety.
Sorry, 7. I keep thinking 7. Yes, 7 field goals and a safety. Golly.
So here's what's on the line to start 2026. Raiders trying to snap a 10-game losing streak. Raiders trying to snap an 11-game division losing streak. Raiders trying to avoid a 15th loss in a single season for the first time in franchise history. Raiders trying to say goodbye to the hated Chiefs. And at this moment, Raiders trying to avoid the first ever 12-11 game in NFL history. Who wants to be on the losing end of that? And it'll be on the arm of Aiden O'Connell to change things up. Bucker's kickoff is short of the end zone. Zamir White fields it at the 2. Coming up the left numbers. Some steam at the 20. Lowers his shoulder at the 30. And Zamir White out to the 33-yard line.
Come on, Aiden.
5 seconds to go. Can Aiden
Hit a big one at tough.
drive to win a game?
Hit a big one at tough.
Where are you thinking about realistic range for Daniel Carlson? Because we've seen him hit from everywhere. He hit along of this season so far.
55 today, so you got to get to the 37 to do that. So 18, until you're looking at that point, you need about 30 yards. Pick up 30 yards.
30 yards, Aiden.
You got a chance.
Come on, Aiden. 30 yards.
25, and you're probably still going for it. Shotgun O'Connell, 2 receivers split out wide right. There's the snap. You can't take a sack. He steps up. He fires. He's got Merritt midfield.
Get down, get down, get down. Get that shit down. Spike that shit. Get down there, Aiden. Come on. Get down there, Aiden. Spike it.
They picked up 21 on the strike, and the Raiders aren't going to spike it. 37, 36. O'Connell's looking left. He passed the ball, and he throws it into the turf. He was hit as he throws it. Genty, the intended receiver, and honestly, it's better that it hit the turf.
Absolutely. That ball's incomplete, but you needed that. I almost thought they should have spiked it just because, get everybody back on the same page and get a good play call in. They were in 2-minute mode, but I've been calling for Michael Mayer. I think he's had the advantage in the second half because you had safeties on him. I take that advantage all day long for the tight end drafted out of the second round a couple of years ago. That last one, he was hit right there on the seam and turned it into a big play.
Remember last week, career high. 32 seconds. Can still use the middle of the field if you can spike the football. But it is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. O'Connell fires right side. Lockett goes low. Makes the grab at the 42.
Go, come on. Get on it. Get on it.
If you spike it here, though, it's going to be a 60-yard field goal. 20 seconds. They've got to run a play. O'Connell's being patient down to 16 seconds. And now timeout Kansas City.
Bailed him out.
Why?
That's a bailout. That's great.
Thank you.
That's 17 seconds. Final timeout taken by Andy Reid.
I knew you were going to help him out, Andy. Help him out, Andy.
So from here, if you don't get anything, you're talking about a 59-yard field goal. It would be the career long for Carlson.
But now you've
Quick
got
out
the
right
whole
here.
entire field open to you.
Chiefs
to be able
playoff,
to get a
quick out.
completion, and you've got enough time to spike the football.
Only if you get a first down.
Only if you get a first down.
Right, it's 3rd and 5. If you're short, you can't spike the
But
ball.
I'm saying you can utilize the whole entire field.
Throw
You're
a
not
quick
just saying,
out.
hey, we got to throw it out of bounds. You're running routes to get you right there along the sideline. You can utilize the middle of the field and have enough time to spike the football if you get enough for the first down.
All right, I'll stand for this final 17 seconds. We haven't had a lot of close finishes, honestly. All year long, everyone's listened. We appreciate it. See what happens here in the final 17 seconds of the season. O'Connell and Lockett, a great cuddle. They're talking. Lockett started to the left side. Now he lines up right slot. Chiefs only have 2 men with their hand on the turf. Now O'Connell walks it forward. Looks like some confusion. Gets the shotgun. Throws right side. Oh, well over the head of Lockett. He had him.
That's it.
He broke right. He tried to have an out route. He would have been close to a first down, but would have gotten out of bounds. But he sailed it over his head.
Damn, it's a
and now
perfect
you don't
route.
have a choice.
Yeah, out
You're
route.
going to
Quick
have
out.
to trot out Daniel Carlson for a career-long 59.
Come on, Danny boy.
Actually, it's a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah, you put that thing right
Put
in
that
the middle.
fucking boot on.
Right
Let's
there.
go.
D in Raiders on the logo on the 50-yard line.
So for a team with the history of special teams that we have, Carlson a career long.
Come on, Danny boy.
60. For the win, Cole puts it down. The kick is on its way.
Yeah! 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 Let's go! Whoa! Top 10 pick, baby! 10 pick, baby, yeah! Top 10 pick, yeah! Yeah!
Whole kick. And once that thing got up in the air, Jason, it held that flight path all the way. He could have hit that one from 65. It had a lot of juice on it. I think the 55-yarder earlier gave him confidence to go out there and knock the 60-yarder. He didn't do anything different. He stayed with his same normal rotation and banged it right through. Wow. And look at Pete Carroll, man. If you don't think this means something to those guys on that field, everything that you mentioned, Jason, about the leads that they've given up, or the losing streak, or the things on the outside noise, this means something to those 53 guys on the sideline and these coaches as they're standing with us. But we're right next to the coaches' booth, and all these coaches are standing with us as that kick went through.
Well, hold on. You got 8 seconds to get off this clock. Chiefs are out of timeouts. Are you kicking this all the way through the end zone?
Man,
or are you?
I'm kicking that to Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah.
Come on. Kick it to the
Well,
torch.
Carlson's kicking towards the torch. Las Vegas Boulevard going north. Right down the middle, and he does just that. And that kickoff goes through the uprights, almost. So it'll come out to the 35 for Shane Buechele and the Chiefs, who are not going to the playoffs for the first time since 2014. The Raiders have 1, maybe 2 plays left to defend. Now here's the thing. There are 8 seconds, and the ball starts at the 35. So if the Chiefs gain 20 yards and get out of bounds,
No
they're gonna have a
penalties,
shot
no
of a
pass
field goal on the road.
interference.
Yeah, but you're guarding the sideline, and that's what Pete Carroll and the defensive staff is instructing the guys, the secondary players. Guard the sideline.
Just
Guard
bat it
the
down.
sideline.
Just bat it
Johnny
down.
Johnson telling Tristan McCollum the same thing on the opposite side. Guard the sidelines.
Buechele takes the snap, throws quickly, he throws short. Kelsey incomplete at the 41. That wouldn't have helped anybody.
Well, it's not enough time. 4 seconds left. It's not enough time.
Now you're talking Hail Mary.
Yeah, it's a Hail Mary. 4 seconds.
Just bat it
That's enough
down.
time
Just
to
bat
run
it
away
down.
and get out of bounds and have enough time for one last play. It's just not enough time.
Both teams out of timeouts. Raiders 14, Chiefs 12. Pete Carroll coaching this thing to the end.
He's coaching it to the end, telling guys, get back. You don't go up. You stay back.
McCollum, Lonnie Johnson, Darian Porter, they are about 50 yards away from the line. Buechele the snap. Throws it short, caught by Kelsey at the 40, hanging on, tosses backwards, it's on the turf. Juju Smith-Schuster back to Buechele. All the way across the field, it is caught by an offensive lineman, Sua Mataya, running down the far sideline in a hurdle.
What the fuck is going on?
Clock at 0, and the Raiders...
Yeah! Yeah, let's go!
Final game of the season on a 60-yard field goal by
Top 10 pick, baby. If you're a Chiefs fan, you gotta be loving it. If you're a Raiders fan, you gotta be loving it. You're getting the first overall pick. Let's go!
How do you like that? It feels good. It feels good to be on the winning side. With the way that this season has gone, not the way you would have wanted, but man, you talk about how do you end. It's not always how you start, but golly, how you finish. And that's a finish for a team that's been through a lot. They get a win, and they also get to start as the belle of the ball for 2026, being able to be the first team.
Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.
It is just the 3rd time in
Like and
NFL history that
subscribe.
a game has ended 14-12.
Stay tuned for more games.
And I don't know if either of the other two had no touchdowns. We didn't have one.